Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What the fuck is up, people?
What up?
This is episode 224.
224.
224 at your door. This is episode 224 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This is your boy Busby.
Give me a hell yeah!
And over here it's your boy JC.
No, that's Ed Martin.
You need to chill with that shit, bro. Shit, well, what's up though? What's happening?
Shit.
Chilling.
Like a motherfucking villain. That's what the fuck is up. California about to be reopened in June.
Give me what I want!
Shit.
Damn right.
Gavin Newsom said June 15th, because cases are all the way down. Over 25 plus million people got vaccinated. That's a round of applause for the good state of good old California. And he said if everything keeps going good, by June 15th, the economy will be reopened.
Fuck all that shit. The real date is April 15th.
Oh. Why is it? Oh, because the arenas
The Lakers can now have fans back in the arena.
Shit.
Yeah. Y'all can do what y'all want on June 15th. That's fine. That's a week before my birthday. I was already expecting to be outside at that point. But April 15th, that's the day I've been waiting for.
Right.
We're gonna make that trip to LA.
Make a quick trip to LA real quick.
Like a fiend. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like me in the movie theater. That's gonna be you at Staples.
You have no idea. I'm treating fucking Staples Center like it's the fucking mosque and shit.
He's got to hold up a sign saying, "Thank you, Gavin."
Thank you, Gavin. With the mask on.
I ain't no thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Kobe.
Thank you, Kobe.
Shit.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Be in my Kobe jersey like it's the mosque. Just
In the middle of the court.
Fasting and shit the whole time I'm in there.
Like the whole 8-hour drive and shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh yeah. Speaking of like, I guess not Kobe, but LeBron and shit. They showed the Space Jam
Trailer.
I was about to say Space Jam 2. Space Jam Legacy, right? New
Yeah.
Legacy.
A new legacy.
A new Legacy. Yeah, that trailer came out, and it looked very promising.
Of course it did. I mean, it's not much to expect at Space Jam.
Exactly.
Not expecting that.
I know, but it was just like,
Oscar.
I'm not. It's Space Jam at the end of the day. So I'm like, oh, this looks good. You know? So we're going to see how that goes. I'm still waiting for the soundtrack. Fucking Lola Bunny doing the fucking D-Wade to LeBron and shit like that.
Yeah.
I watched that shit at 5 in the morning. I hella laugh out loud. I was like, okay. Zendaya's playing the voice of Lola Bunny. Yay area. Other than that, I've been chill. VERZUZ was good.
And Easter Sunday was just
It
wonderful.
has risen. That's all I kept seeing for the past 24 hours, because it's true. He did rise, and then bunny rabbits decided to lay eggs for whatever reason.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Makes
sense
no
at all.
sense.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
at all.
That
I've been
definitely-
trying to figure it out. Like, what the fuck does one have to do with the other?
That
You know
definitely
what I
had
mean?
nothing to do with Jerusalem at all.
Like,
Yeah.
no Bugs Bunny was not nailed to the fucking cross, and then woke up 5 days later. Like,
I don't even think he was in attendance.
3 days
he wasn't even in attendance.
Yeah.
Him and Elmo Fudd, like the putt. But yeah, how was y'all Easter?
It was cool. I mean, said thanks to the man above and did laundry.
Yeah.
Went out for a walk. By the time I came back, I mean, I knew it was going to be with the Lakers and Clippers, so I was like, just give me a quarter of competitiveness, and they gave me a quarter.
Hey,
That's all that matters.
And then it blew open, and I was like, it's time for my walk.
yeah, and it's time to go.
Yeah.
I just got one quarter. All you asked for was just one quarter, so it's just like,
Yeah.
that's all you asked for.
But nah, that was good, and then it immediately led to the women's championship game, all Pac-12, Stanford and Arizona.
Oh,
that was
shit.
Classic fucking game that
It
went
was.
down to the last. Like, shout to Stanford for winning the whole thing, but both their games in the Final Four came down to missed buckets at the end of the buzzer.
That's how it always goes.
Like, literally, they won by 1 point each game in the Final Four. It's nuts.
Damn.
So
I heard the men's basketball game was fucking wild.
no, it wasn't. Well,
That's the
the,
finals. I'm talking about like
the night before on Saturday,
That's what I
yeah,
mean, that's what I'm talking about,
UCLA
yeah.
versus because the UCLA and Gonzaga game was some wild shit.
Really?
The title game was not. I have not seen that kind of dominance from Baylor since like.
Yeah, I heard they
Villanova from 2018 or even Carolina from 2009. Like those are the only two recent teams where I think of dominance like that.
Yeah,
I've never seen Gonzaga shook like that ever.
Like they were just dominating.
It was 11-1 when they were forced to call their first timeout.
It was a what?
11-1 when they were forced to call their first timeout.
Are you fucking serious?
At one point, it was
Make a wish.
At one point, it was 36-15 in the first half.
God
it just
damn. Dominating.
Like it looked like grown ass NBA men in the paint, just doing whatever the hell they wanted to do in terms of offensive boards, defense. Like it was like a pack of wolves.
That's crazy.
Like it just, that kind of dominance. I was like, I've never seen Gonzaga look like that. Gonzaga, y'all gotta go to the Pac-12. the conference you in, like. Y'all be so starstruck when you get to March Madness because you haven't played anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. And then of course, after the women's title game on Sunday, led right into VERZUZ.
So first off, Triller, fix your shit.
Yes. God damn it!
Please.
Somebody did this.
Dead ass. Like I had everything set up, so I was like, okay, let me download it on my phone. Let me download it on my Apple TV. And then I opened up on the Apple TV, and then it says, "Oh, you have to link it with your phone." Huh? AirDrop.
What kind of shit is that?
Alright. So I did that, and then the fucking connection was just fucking up during D-Max's whole set. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go on YouTube. And I was watching it on YouTube for a good minute. And then I was like, okay, let me retry this again. And then by the second half of the whole, I guess, quote-unquote battle, that's when everything went smoothly. And I was like, alright, but y'all need to fix that shit.
Shit. You think that's bad, though? My situation was worse, bro. I downloaded the app, was ready to play this shit. Once you guys told me that it was actually like on time and shit, I was like, oh fuck, I'm late, whatever, right? Fucking went to it, and bruh, it sent me to the Safari link, and it said to download the app.
Yeah.
After I pressed that link from the app. You know what I mean? It didn't make no fucking sense.
Did you register and sign up and all that?
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, it kept.
It was
doing
confusing. Like it was like,
yeah,
what?
like
I just watched it on Instagram. I was like, fuck it.
If they did that and this is no disrespect to them, but because of what happened during that VERZUZ, if this happened between Keisha Cole and Ashanti, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's the Isleys and Earth, Wind, and Fire on Easter.
Seriously.
Get it right.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
I mean, it got smooth during the second half. That's when it got better for me. But at the end of the point, it's the fucking principle. Like the fuck? Anyway, first half when I was watching, it was enjoyable. And Steve Harvey kept talking. But, he was living out his childhood dream. It was like Earth, Wind, and Fire and fucking the Isley Brothers. It's like he's sitting next to Biggie and Pac of his generation. So
Steve Harvey was there like it was VERZUZ presents Steve Harvey presents the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
He knew he was lying his ass off about them stories. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not everything.
Well.
Oh, you remember we was on the boat? Nigga, no, you wasn't. Shut up. Hey, Ron, we was on the boat and y'all was watching the Grammys and you was like, oh, they didn't pay us a pretty bit. He didn't say that to you. He told you after the fact.
I couldn't
when he got off the boat.
Dude, I didn't even recognize Ron Isley with the great
Oh, he
beard
looked
and shit.
hella different.
I mean, it was like, whoa, okay.
Like, he looked hella different, bruh.
But yeah, no, it was chill. I mean, the only thing I didn't like in the beginning, and I know this is from Kings of Comedy, so it wasn't.
I know where you're going.
It wasn't that big, but at the same time, I was like, come on, man. Seriously, this is what we're doing right now. Is when he just kept trying to put, and this is what hip hop don't understand. It's like, fam, the hip hop kids grew up on them.
This is
what
what
are you
y'all
talking
kids,
about?
This is what
Not
y'all
only
kids
that.
don't understand. That's what he be saying.
Not only that, but it's a hip hop platform.
Yeah.
Say what you want, but Timbo and fucking Swizz are running this shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
I looked at it as, man, he said this in Kings of Comedy. He's been saying this forever, so I didn't even get mad about it. I was like, whatever.
He been doing it, but there was just
But
certain
still,
comments
bruh.
where it was like,
I know. Well, I didn't let it get to me. I was just like,
I mean,
whatever.
it wasn't about getting to me. It was just, all right, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
You by doing this, you taking away from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have anything to do with hip hop. Shit, they've been clearing their stuff for hip hop
exactly.
all
Dude,
these
when you
years.
saw the samples,
They've been
for
letting
all
their
of
shit
them,
be used
like,
in hip hop.
Like the Isley
So-
Brothers been sampled like over 900 and something fucking times. Earth, Wind, and Fire, like almost the same amount. I'm like, oh, so their royalty checks looking nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very nice.
I mean, who was Earth, Wind, and Fire? So they got 45 albums that they've recorded.
Yeah. And they were just going through hit after. It's like the first half was like whatever. Then when they went on that fucking hour long, bro. We're gonna take like a 10-minute break, and it'll be like half an hour, hour long. It felt like forever.
The first half was Earth, Wind, and Fire putting it on them.
I wasn't keeping score.
I wasn't keeping score either, but the vibe of the music, it was like, damn, Earth, Wind, and Fire rocking right now. And then they went and took that quick break, and we all knew what that meant. Had a whole bunch of liquor back there.
Yeah, just bullshitting, talking.
Because Ronald Isley came back out.
With a whole new suit.
Yeah, a whole new suit,
They all
whole
got
different
a whole
mindset.
new wardrobe, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, Steve Harvey shut the fuck up, and they just let the hits rock, including the Mr. Biggs records.
Shout out to, well, before we even get to that, shout out to just Grandpa Ernie, man. He got on that motherfucking guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, I know he's still hustling niggas out of money with that thing. Easy.
Like, it got to that point where I just didn't keep score. I was like,
there was no reason to keep score here.
Like, it was just, you just had to get, it was just a groove when they literally went back and forth, like, hit after hit. It was like a mini concert we were getting. I'm like, this is the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire. This is dope. And it was just like, all you had to do was like smoke a blunt or sip some wine and just enjoy the fucking vibes.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do.
Well, especially with them singing background for each other on certain songs. It was like, hey, well, come on.
Oh, that's fucking tight.
That shit was-
See, I'll be honest with y'all. I fucking clocked out after the first like
hour.
Not even get into a whole hour.
Did you make it to the Did you make it to the halftime?
Nope.
Oh, you see the halftime. Halftime was like, shout out to D Nice, man. D Nice, the intro, the prelude to the show, he had it down pat. His transitions were some of the most. He should be the official fucking like
Versus
the VERZUZ
DJ?
host DJ. Not
Okay,
necessarily the DJ for the artist, but like the host DJ.
Right.
He should be doing that because he did. Well, it was amazing. And then, like Busby said, once Steve Harvey just shut the fuck up, and because he was sauced, because at that point he's unbuttoning his shirt or whatever, so he's smoking the cigar. The songs that were just going back and forth was just wow.
Felt great. It was
Every single song was
I'll
like
go back and watch now.
every single song was a sample.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Like literally.
Like you can spot it out the fucking where the sample was and shit.
The shit lasted for 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's like the longest it's ever. That's the longest verses, and they just kept going and going and going. And then, like I said, it got to the point where you just didn't care. And I was wondering, are the Isley Brothers gonna take it there? Are they gonna go down the route? And they did. Yeah, so they missed, and then Ron Isley went through his Mr. Biggs cuts, and he played Contagious, and I was like, how far is he gonna let this rock? I was like, okay, keep playing. I was like, are you gonna go to the famous part? And then D Nice cut it after. I was like, I want to say good call, because we all would have sang along with that part.
Yeah.
we had no choice. It's like, I don't want to sing it.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Baby, wait, let me explain. Girl, I'm about to have a fit. Oh, it's about to be some shit. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. But I was like, good, you cut it off. Because I would have sang along right rhythm. So I thought that was going to be it. And then he played Busted.
No.
And then he played Busted. I'm like, you're crossing a line.
No, he wasn't crossing no line. This just goes back to what I was saying
Yeah,
when
I
all that
know.
shit first happened was
Yeah.
some of those songs
Undeniable.
are undeniable, and he's and even
Yeah.
though he co-wrote or wrote, produced, and all that,
Right.
in the grand scheme, he's got minimal. What was it, participation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to he was there, but and we're talking about R. Kelly for those who are like, who we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about the guy who should not be named that we named.
He who shall not be named.
He was there, but those
real.
songs weren't about him. Those were about Ronald Isley.
yeah.
So you're gonna get a few of those. Like, again, that goes back to Go Getter with Jeezy. He ain't saying much of shit, so I can rock with it because he's not saying anything crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All I know in my eyes, Michael Jackson wrote "You're Not Alone," not that nigga.
No.
So, anyways, bro,
Shut up.
the Mr. Big shit, bro. I will say this: Contagious had to have been played.
It had
to.
No, it
It
had
had
to.
to.
There's no doubt about that shit.
Contagious, trust me. Yeah,
You
like,
just
Ronald
gonna,
killed that shit, bro.
He's the only artist that's been on VERZUZ that's played. He played songs from 6 different decades, bro.
yeah.
That's crazy.
6.
Going back from the 50s.
That shit's insane,
Seriously,
Like,
bro.
there was no way he could go on there and not play those. Now, yeah, they cut it at the good part for sure.
Like, I was just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, don't. It was like, how
Yeah.
long you let it rock? I was like, don't play. I was like, play it, but don't play it. Play it, but don't play it.
Philip Bailey still got them pipes, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
still hit the high notes.
Shit.
Like you hear reasons, like I thought he was just lip syncing. I was like,
Nah.
oh no, he's still going.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. I really gotta watch that shit. I
Yeah,
gotta
nah,
find that shit on YouTube, bro.
It was amazing.
It was great, man. But
Just,
yeah, man.
But for the second half, though, right? Like
Watch
the second
the whole
half was
thing.
going crazy.
Watch the whole thing.
Just fast
Yeah.
forward through Steve Harvey shit.
I just really, he's the one who took me out of that shit. By the way, I just want to make that clear. It wasn't even the whole having to watch on Instagram shit. It was literally Steve Harvey. I was just like, dude, I am so tired of hearing you talk, bro.
I mean,
Like, just shut the fuck up, please.
he was living his moment, shit. But I was watching VERZUZ and I said it flat out. I'm like, even though I like this whole buddy shit, which is cool, the celebration of music. That's what it is at the end of the day. I kind of want the competition aspect back. I want to keep score again. Like I want to like debate with you guys like who won and who didn't win and shit. I want to do that again. I want like probably like beat battles, like producer battle again and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of want that again. But
Well,
I want it, but these niggas ain't going up
Selfishly.
against each other to do
I
it.
know.
They want to go up against their friends to do it.
yeah,
so
true.
like a Red Man met the
True.
Men's the next one, the 421.
But
Oh,
see
I'm
that
watching
one,
that shit.
But see that one to me, that one makes perfect
fuck.
sense.
I mean,
Like,
it makes sense. Yeah, it's 420.
yeah, like even if they were going keeping score for everything up to that point,
Yeah.
for 420, I'd be like, that's a good call. Don't even keep score. It's
Yeah,
just two
but
niggas
then they
that
said
are
they're gonna have-
synonymous with weed.
They're gonna have SWV
mean,
and Escape.
The same goes for Easter though too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's a celebration. Just
Right.
make it like an overall celebration.
Yeah,
War.
like holiday shit.
Yeah.
That's
that's
keep the
perfect.
celebration on the
Yeah,
holidays.
for sure.
And then you got SWV versus Escape.
You can keep score with
And
that.
hopefully see if Tiny shows up, because...
She'll be there.
Yeah.
She crossing over.
We all do it. But that, and then we have some rematches that are coming. They still have them blurred out. Pretty much the paperwork ain't done. But I'm curious about the rematches. Probably, I still feel it's going to be Sean Garrett and fucking Dream. I feel that's what it might be.
No, that's cool.
You know?
I don't care, bro. Like I just want to see what it is when it gets to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they finally do unveil it, I'll be like, oh, all right, cool. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm there.
If it's Fab and Jadakiss, keep DJ Booth's ass away.
Yeah. That was another thing I was gonna say about the whole R. Kelly shit. It's like,
Somebody
if he
did
do
this.
that dirty ass shit, all that nasty ass yuck shit. He would have been Candyman.
Oh, that was your thought?
What was your thought?
Sunday night, I actually had to defend the man's music.
Wow.
That's how bad. That's how
Did you
deep. it
take a
went.
shower after?
I'm like, huh?
No, I stopped. I told Rossi because he. We both got caught in it, and I was like, "Hey man, I don't feel right with this shit. This ain't the deal." I was like, I just realized, like, you get so heated that it's like you start debating, and then you realize what you're debating.
What have
It's
I
like,
done?
Yeah. What have I done?
What have I done?
Yeah, nah, but it was. Oh nah, it don't even matter. He could be free, and none of that could ever. He still could be beat. What?
Who said that?
Who? What are you talking about?
Who said that?
By who?
Yeah.
Honestly, if you
Seriously.
take out that shit, if you know it's hard right now, but just focus on that man's music.
If you're solely
Yeah.
talking about music, like it's not even fucking
He
Ghost,
is.
man.
They called him the king of R&B for a reason.
They called him something else.
I
They
know.
call him a lot of things,
I
but
know. I'm trying to just focus on that aspect.
Somebody did this.
They called him something else of R&B.
I know. I know. Okay. But just the
nah, but seriously though, on a serious
Yeah.
note, back to like just his music, it's undeniable.
Yeah, man.
It's
like,
top tier, top notch.
you said how fucking
all that
New
shit,
Edition's
you know what I mean?
Candyland. R. Kelly is Candyman.
Yeah,
No matter how
that's how it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
but he's not going to be invited.
Yeah, nah.
Oh no.
So it doesn't, you know what I mean? To,
No, but
to that
like-
extent, like it really doesn't matter. You could say that he is Candyman.
I think
you know what I mean.
I
You
think
ain't got no
Jason
issue
said
with
it on Twitter. The only person who could probably compete with that nasty motherfucker, if he wasn't a nasty motherfucker, is probably Stevie Wonder. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, Stevie, yeah, but that's like a, I don't know, man. It's
Who
like
could
a
compete
weird
with? Who could
generation
compete
gap
with
and
that
shit.
man? Who could have competed with him?
With R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Even from that time, I can't think of nobody, man.
If you're factoring in, so
Have him go against Candyland.
Shit.
You want to run the Titans?
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. R. Kelly versus everybody in New Edition.
Fucking Thanos.
For real, dog. It's like Thanos versus the Avengers and
You
shit.
feel me? Takes the whole world and just like
Fucking Ranos.
Ugh.
Realistically, I mean, the only one that fits the mold, and I'm not saying I would pick him, just the only one that fits the mold against that would be Chris Brown, just because of the different type of styles of music.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty what it boils down to, like, the style of music, the raunchy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Usher had it, but he
Fumbled.
he went to the electro dance side. So,
That's what
Right.
fucked him up.
you know what I'm saying? You try playing something like Oh My God versus fucking Ignition, it's not gonna work.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna go down. So at least Chris Brown has a fighter's chance. I mean, if they were gonna go that way, in that case, you just pull out him versus Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Too bad it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
'Cause,
nah.
I was getting
That would
excited.
legit be like a Clash of
Yeah.
the Titans type thing.
Yeah,
I got
for real.
excited, then I stopped myself. I was like, nope, nasty motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He doing jail versus.
Jail versus,
Yeah, nah,
booty hole.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was
whoa,
saying like he
whoa.
running the talent shows.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. It's just like, damn, why'd you have to be nasty, man?
Why'd you have to be nasty?
Man? Fuck! You got some great shit. I can never listen to it again.
I mean, you can, but you can't listen to it the same way.
No, you can't
hell
listen to it in
no.
public. Like, you
You
can't.
can do whatever the hell you want to him, but you're a grown ass man.
I know.
You could.
But I'm saying is,
I
you
look
won't,
at you sideways.
you won't
Yeah.
listen to it the same way.
Like, if a DJ
Shit.
plays this shit in the club, everybody will look at you.
Oh
Keep
yeah,
playing
it'll get silent.
Wait, which one?
I
Is
could
he
imagine
playing?
that shit.
Ignition.
Ignition.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Fiesta.
if he plays Marcus Houston clubbing, I'm still gonna sneak a 2-step real quick.
Are you stupid?
Like that nigga just ad libs. He
if you
just
listen-
ad libs.
he
Leave him
doing
alone.
shit.
Yeah, if you listen to the Space Jam soundtrack here, I Believe I Can Fly, and you're like, well,
See, but that's what we're saying though. The
Yeah.
music is fucking amazing.
Yeah, we
you
see
know
See,
what
that one I let that rock.
You gotta let that one
I don't,
rock.
you know, like
I don't
it's
know,
nasty.
man.
It's
I
a
feel
nasty
weird.
motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Hey man, OJ did what he did. I still watch OJ highlights.
You do? Where?
YouTube.
Oh well, see, I don't go searching for the shit.
I don't search either, but
I don't-
sometimes you
I
just
don't
want to see
search
how
for-
cold a motherfucker is.
I don't search
If
for
it popped up,
Yeah,
I don't
so
search for
be
Chris
it.
Benoit matches, but they just pop up and I watch it. I feel
That's what I'm
uncomfortable.
saying. Like that type shit. Like if it just pops up.
Da-da-da-da-da. That's R. Kelly. He's the Chris Benoit of music.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you feel uncomfortable. It's like watching Chris Benoit matches. If R. Kelly comes on in the club, it's like watching Chris Benoit matches. Uncomfortable.
They make the gif of the camera just circling around his face.
Oh God. Why does he have to be nasty? Shit. She has some good shit.
Fuck yeah.
Whatever.
Amazing.
Don't go through his catalog.
So, like
nasty.
the greatest fucking music while we were growing
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
It was a lie.
It's a lie. It's all a lie.
For real though.
Oh, nasty ass. Anyway,
I'll tell you one who would have been real tough to beat. It don't matter who the fuck.
who?
Luther Vandross.
Oh yeah.
That'd have been hard for anybody to beat. I don't care who the
Yeah,
fuck
he's
it
got to
was.
go on a celebration type shit.
Yeah.
Because there's no one beating
Trying to
him.
think
Yeah,
who would go up and Luther Vandross versus who?
I don't even know who you could pull.
I'm trying to think of somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Barry White.
Barry White ain't got the catalog for that.
I'm trying to think.
I mean,
'Cause
you
Excuse
try
Me
to pull
Miss-
Teddy Pendergrass would probably be the closest one, just because he
Yeah.
got the Blue Notes
I
records.
mean, come on. Jay-Z
Yeah.
sampled. Jay-Z
Yeah, I can see
sampled
that.
"Excuse Me, Miss" for "Excuse Me, Miss." I mean, come on, bro. Excuse me, Miss. What's your name?
Yeah.
And
then he did it twice.
Yeah. Then he's like.
Then he came back. Man, Bleak be smoking that la la la.
Excuse me, bitch. That's the shit. Hold on. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's versus. I
That was
can't.
the good old days, man.
What?
When Jay used to shout beans and Bleak out all the time.
He got the back, just like how 50 shot out G-Unit all the damn time, you know. And then when they talk about Rockefeller and they talk about G-Unit, they both sound like disappointed fucking fathers. Well,
Yeah.
not on Memphis Bleak. Memphis Bleak is cool, but the whole dynasty getting destroyed from Jay-Z's point of view was just like he said he felt like shit after it, but you know that's
Never forget.
business.
Never forget. He said he left for vacation. He came back and Cam was the fucking president or vice president of Rockefeller.
He's like, what?
What the fuck?
Came from vacation and Dame made him vice president. Wait, what? All right. And Hov was like, all right,
Yeah.
I know what I do.
Oh, you want to play games, huh?
Yeah, Hov
Hey,
was like,
Leor.
Oh, at this point.
Leor. Oh, he want to be president? Cool. Hey, we gonna see who president is.
Hov's just like that.
And then he went to BM Def Jam president.
Hov is like me. He has a delayed. I can see him having a delayed reaction. He doesn't react. He's like, oh, that's what you did. Okay. Like, I'm gonna handle this.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. What else is next? Who knows? Who knows?
I just hope they fix that damn app on Apple.
Yeah,
TV.
please
Seriously.
fix that shit. I mean, I was gonna say Versus Trilla, not
On the phone too, man. Fuck.
Just make it Samsung compatible. Like, you have it downloaded and then you put it on your smart TV and then it's like, oh, use your phone for the AirDrop. The fuck?
Oh, that's actually that's a question I have for you guys. It stems from this Versus because one of my uncles, he says something very interesting to me, like I hadn't even thought about in this regard. He said, "Fight the Power," the Isley Brothers. He said that was the first song that he heard somebody cursing.
Really?
So that took me back to like, damn, that actually meant something back then in terms of like, okay, they just cussed in this record.
And yeah,
Because that was a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
When nobody was thinking of doing it and putting it out for the radio.
yeah.
So my question is, it doesn't even have to just stay in rap. What were just like songs like, I wouldn't even just keep it as being younger. Just at any moment when you heard somebody say some shit and you was like, they could say that?
Michael Jackson's Scream. Stop fucking with me. That was the first time I heard that. I was like, what the fuck? I was a kid hearing that. I was like, stop fucking with me. I was like, whoa.
Is it because you weren't used to hearing the music or because Michael said it?
No, I never heard the term fuck before. Like, my mom kept me that sheltered.
Oh, okay.
So when I heard it from Michael and Janet say, stop fucking with me, I was like, oh, shit.
I was sheltered. My mom never heard it. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, so you reached the shit level of the cursing board.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
It's always just shit and damn. I didn't get to the fuck.
I gotta be real with you guys. I love Corrupt. Always had admiration for Corrupt as MC. When I heard his verse on Explosive, and this is knowing that what he did on Ain't No Fun, but on Explosive as a 9 or 10-year-old,
A lot of cussing.
it was like, wait, what? Because remember, on the radio, they never played his verse.
Yeah.
It always just went
Goes
straight to Nate Dogg.
And then you heard the other version, you know why.
Yeah.
What's the first line of that say?
West Coast shit, nigga.
Nigga.
Overdosage, Imperial, pistols ferocious. Fuck a bitch. Don't strip, bitch. Or strip tease, bitch. Eat a bowl of these, bitch. Gobble a dick. Host forgot to eat a dick and shut the fuck up. I was like, whoa. Wait a minute.
You want to hear like coded language? Listen to the edited version of Tupac's verse on Still Ballin'.
Yeah.
On the radio.
Yeah.
Every time I heard the West Side.
Yeah. Ain't nobody love me as a thug.
The reverse shit.
Only bitch head niggas. West Side. Why play this? Why?
Yeah, what was the point? And then you thought you were going to make it better by putting Trick Daddy on afterwards, like...
I know what the hell Pac was saying on the radio version. Like, why play this? Just for the beat?
Yeah.
Because it's Tupac.
Pac's rapping in tongues? That's what it sounded like.
You know the original version has Corrupt on it, right?
I know, yeah.
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 Well, yeah, but when I say the first full-fledged hardcore, I talked about this, was DMX. What's my name?
Yeah.
Shit.
And just off, I heard the ding, 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 and because I only watched the censored version, the video on MTV. So again, I was on the little MTV radio app on the explicit shit, and all of a sudden I heard it, and X comes in and says, "This is the fucking shit I'm talking about, half-ass motherfuckers. You think this a game? You think this a fucking game?" On some fucking Dragon Ball Z shit. Ah!
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? Come on! It's just
Murder.
For me, I think it's not necessarily like the words that really, threw me off because I've heard,
Right.
growing up where I grew up and shit, like I heard that shit, regularly. But when it was like aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, that made me like, oh, fuck, kind of type shit was Hit 'Em Up.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That was like, you know what I mean? That was like the first one, like, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. And I was like, oh, shit. Here we go. Like, you know what I mean?
Breathe.
Yeah.
Or when I was in fourth grade. I remember when I was in fourth grade, I didn't know Jay-Z. I was in fourth grade. I didn't know that much about Jay-Z. But I do remember one of my classmates just randomly started singing, Jigga, what's my motherfucking name? Jigga, and who I rolling with? All my niggas. Fourth grade. And I was like, why are you singing that? And I know who it was until I got older. I was like, oh, this is the song.
I'll say just from the person, because I didn't expect it from him. Will Smith on You Saw My Blinker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
When that shit, I was like, huh? It's like I found the Holy Grail because my mom bought the CD. And it was like, oh, she don't know about this one. And she will never know about this.
Yeah, some rappers, they be cussing way too much. And it's just like, oh, I can't play this nowhere.
Yeah, you gotta have a balance.
Yeah. Can't be cussing way too much.
You can't curse just to curse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck shit ass bitch.
Yeah, like, when you're following just curse, like, literally, when you're following curse with a
damn shithead bitch.
Yeah.
I think, you know, what was it? I don't got that bad
Yeah.
Or M on Who Knew. I don't got that bad of a mouth, do I? Fuck shit ass bitch cunt skibble bebop. Like what? What?
Yeah, like it's fucking jazz.
Scat.
Motherfucker, you know, pussy ass bitch.
Skibble bebop. Christopher Breeze. Like what? How would he come up with that? You just wrote that shit. Fuck shit ass bitch cunt skibble bebop. Christopher Breeze. Sunny bun on skis, horses are hitting some trees. You know, M's album was bad when they censored the fucking explicit version.
Yeah.
Or like fucking YG. That's a good Subway.
They also censored somebody else's explicit version.
Who?
Biggie. I know they censored Biggie on
Censored part of Biggie. Fuck, who was it?
I don't give a fuck if it's your pregnant pendant or some shit like that.
Yeah, that one. Damn, there was somebody else they actually had to do it for. Oh, they went back and they redid it for certain pressings of Ice Cube.
I believe that.
That makes sense, kind of.
There's another version that's kind of low key censored of No Vaseline because of his references to Jerry Heller.
Oh.
And I know on Michael's They Don't Care About Us on the original version, he said, "Kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me." And Jewish people didn't like that.
Yeah. I was like, how you censor an explicit version?
Yeah, seriously.
That's the whole point of it being explicit. It's so explicit it still offends you somehow.
Yeah.
God.
Well, like with the YG shit, I kind of get it because it was about inflicting harm on somebody, who's still alive.
I don't get it.
It was from Meet the Flockers.
Huh?
That's what they censored. They censored part of Meet the Flockers.
When they censored,
I was
they took
talking
it off.
about fucking fuck Donald Trump.
No.
That's the one I was talking about. I remember, yeah.
Yeah, no, Meet the Flockers.
It's still on Tidal. On my shit.
They censored it, or in some cases they took it off.
They took the whole album off. Like the studio fucking got scared. Yeah, the label got scared. They took the whole album off. Then they put it back and took off Meet the Flockers on Spotify.
And it wasn't even. Okay, first of all, it was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So, like, are we gonna go back and just start picking at art?
Like
everything.
Look on Eminem's ass like that. Get the ching ching chong, ching ching chong chong ching. Like, fucking censor that part.
And the thing of it is that okay,
no, it's Eminem,
and he's white.
Yeah,
exactly.
The thing of it is like, okay, you're gonna go back and censor that, but you have no problem when black people are like, okay, well, I'm gonna go kill this nigga.
Yeah.
So it's no problem when we talking about with ourselves.
Yeah.
So, and what he said in Meet the Flockers wasn't even. He said he basically was saying you gotta go to the suburbs, and the best house to hit is an Asian house. They don't believe in home security. Yeah. He didn't say like go knock out, like it wasn't that, but it was
go rob their house because of this, that, and the other. It's
some common sense shit from the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not gonna rob somebody in your neighborhood,
and it's hood nigga shit. But then they got offended by that, and then they fucking took the whole. First they took the whole album off, then they put it back, and they just censored. They took off Meet the Flockers, and I'm like, I didn't even think about it like that. I'm like, they got that offended by it, really? Or did they just get scared and just start going down the line of all the fucking rap songs that mention Asian shit? So you're gonna fucking censor Wu-Tang Clan of all the fucking Asian references they make? You gonna censor who else? Who else makes those type of references? Oh, me love me long time. You gonna censor that shit too?
Again?
Again?
Yeah.
Are you gonna censor? I mean, beating up Asians, that's a bad thing, but we didn't flick this shit. Toing. Yeah, you can get rid of that shit.
Well, that one's already been
Yeah,
eradicated.
see, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You go down the rabbit hole far enough,
that
you're
was
gonna
horrible,
find, you're
Busby.
gonna find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was just kind of trying to find out other ones, but like, yeah, you're gonna censor all the fucking. I don't know. It's just stupid.
No, I mean,
dumb.
it's okay. This goes without saying. It's very wrong to just walk up on somebody of Asian descent and just knock them out just because they're of Asian descent. That's completely wrong. We understand that.
100%.
Have any of you guys found it just a little intriguing or interesting how hashtag Stop Asian Hate has been getting a lot more positive reception than hashtag
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, I know.
Because it's like one of those, it's like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. It's not that there's...
It's not bad.
The sentiment of itself is of... I'm not upset that you're putting the word out to not beat people of Asian descent. But it was like, why is Stop Asian Hate not politicized, but Black Lives Matter, you made it a whole...
Because they hate us.
We made it a whole thing.
They don't really care.
Yeah.
They
You know
do
what I mean?
business. They do
I
business.
get you.
Well, I ain't gonna get down that rabbit hole. But they just don't like us.
Because the thing of it too is when we reported that the story of what was going down, I went back and I read the reports, and it wasn't just white people knocking them out.
It was black folks doing the
Like
shit.
it was
a lot of
stuff
black
happening
folks.
in the cities. Like I don't want to say the inner cities, but urban areas.
Yeah,
it was going down with like that, and I was like, okay, so excuse me, what's transpiring in like, you know, because not to say I wasn't interested in it when it was like, okay, white people are doing this. It was kind of like, all right, well, white people being white people, like, racist white people being racist white people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, there's been different, occurrences of that happening recently, so we kind of like are used to it, like in that aspect.
But in this instance, it was like, okay, so what's going on here? And then you get to just again, when we first reported it out, just that whole trigger piece where it was, this is what's going on and what black people can do to help this.
Yeah,
and it was
that
like,
shit.
You know, there's still a history that goes down between Asian and black too. You know what I mean? I know it's a touchy subject and people don't want to focus on that, and there's a time and place right now. You just don't want them hurt.
Yeah,
And beaten, like that's obviously the main focus. But there were a lot of opportunities going years back where that same treatment wasn't getting reciprocated when you're going into their establishments to buy items.
Dead ass though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, black people have been treated horribly from that side too. So why is it the responsibility of black people now to, well, this is what you can do to help? You guys are, and I'm not talking about Asian people, but it's like just people in general in society. You guys are still telling us that our lives are minimally matter. What the hell are you talking about? What we can do to help? So not like, oh, it's cool when it's somebody else. Yeah, we got to stop that. It's okay, but we're still trying to just get you guys to understand. Black Lives Matter isn't politics.
Yeah, they know what the fuck it is. They just don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
You know how this shit goes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Again, I don't wish violence on nobody.
Yeah.
It's common damn sense. You shouldn't just be running up on anybody
And just fucking them up.
Yeah,
For no reason.
Just off race, color, creed, and the whole nine.
Yeah.
I just found it really intriguing and just interesting from the outside looking in. Like,
I think
no politics attached to this. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. They're not saying nothing about that. It was just like, they really pity them and feel bad for them. I'm like, wow. Okay, but when we out there protesting for Black Lives Matter, you send the fucking stormtroopers for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be completely honest with you, man. Like, that's part of the reason why I never really like posted it on any social media. I kind of separated myself from it is because like, Stop Asian Hate, that type shit literally has just started. You know what I like, or the reason why it even came up. You know, what I mean? The term "Stop Asian Hate," right?
Yeah.
It literally has just started.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that, like, you're barely feeling any little pain, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, there it is. You know what I mean? And it's cool, and it's accepted.
Yeah.
However, with, blacks, it's not. It's like, dude, it's been happening for so long, and people are getting fed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they're doing anything crazy. It's just Black Lives Matter. They're just putting out a statement. You know what I mean?
No, all lives matter.
Exactly. So, like, you know what I mean? That's the reason why I looked at it when I first seen it. I was just like,
oh.
I was like, oh, no, that's cool. Do what y'all do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and y'all know where I stand, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever, bro. That's just my whole thing, though. Like,
Yeah.
that's the way I looked at it.
Well, I get it. Just stop the damn hate. Fuckers.
Yeah, nah, man,
Put
definitely.
Meet the Flockers back up there.
Stop the hate. This sounds all lives matter, but I mean, stop the hate across the board, man.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean?
Put that song back up there. It's like one of the best songs on there. What the?
It's a good song.
I already got the damn album anyway, but it's the fucking principle
of it. Yeah, I mean, because again, it goes back to, I mean, as funny as it was, and the reasons for getting Trump off of social media, as funny as all of it was, and everything going behind it, there was a sense that, okay, if they could do that to him, what's stopping them from doing stuff like this?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say like I called it, like it wasn't that. It's just when something like that takes place, and now makes you question. Hey, it's funny, but when you stop laughing, okay, what else could they?
And the thing is, they try to be sneaky about. They try to be sneaky about it too, and they thought no one was gonna notice, and it was like, nah, we noticed. Like, it's fucking YG.
Yeah,
it's YG of all people.
Because that's the one that transitions to my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. So
Now you just fucked up the whole sequence.
So what's before Meet the Flockers? Is it? Let me check.
Left, right.
So after you hear that, it
No,
goes,
no. Left, right. Then it goes into
I Just Want to Party.
No, I Just Want to Party is number 3.
I'm looking now too.
Big and Back Being Bull. Then it goes into Meet the Flockers. Then it goes to my nigga.
So Big and Back Being
Wait.
Bull.
What?
It goes left, right. Then Big and Back Being Bull.
Yep.
Then it goes into Meet the Flockers. Then it goes into my nigga.
Yeah.
My nigga is track 7.
Yeah.
Meet the Flock is still on out. I'm looking on mine. It's still
I
on
know
Apple
it's still
Music.
there.
It's still there.
Oh,
They
they
probably
must have put it
censored
back
it.
on.
They probably censored
Yeah,
it.
either
Or
they censored it.
Probably just
censored it,
took
or
out
they
that
probably
one
were
part.
like, okay, we'll put it back. It's not
Right.
that bad. No shit.
But then that raised the question too. It was like, okay, well, are they gonna censor the opening scene of Menace to Society?
Yeah, feel me?
See, that's
You
what
know
I
what
was
I'm
thinking.
saying?
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you
Instead of putting
when you guys were talking,
instead of making black instead of Asian, digitize them. Hey man,
Yeah.
you know how this shit is. I hope I feel sorry for your mother.
that part.
What you say about my mama?
That part, nah, seriously though, dude. Like, it literally crossed my mind. I was like, so that didn't happen?
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
the fuck?
Yeah. They might censor a lot of shit in WWE too, with tie and shit like that.
Are they waiting?
Oh, they waiting. Yeah, they're going through them. They're going through them files and just going, nope, nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope.
Hope on everything.
Yeah.
But to keep it where you're at, when you had spoken about the songs, we were hoping and praying for the best with DMX.
Seriously, man.
News came out last Friday that he had overdosed and suffered a heart attack as a result. By the time the news had came out, he was in a coma. A following report that came out either later or the next day, where the lawyer had said that he had awakened, but he just got some bad information.
He didn't say he was breathing on his own. He said he was awake.
Yeah. Just that he was out the ICU. And that ended up being just some bad information. As we're recording right now, which is Wednesday evening, still no word out. So
They said he has little brain activity, and they just don't know. And it's great. When I saw the news story, when you posted in the group chat, I was like, no. That's what I put in the group chat. But then it was the same feeling I had when Whitney Houston died. It was like, damn. That's how I felt. It was just like, because if y'all know X's history, he struggles with addiction.
yeah,
Of just crack and meth and all that shit. He struggles with that. Even to this day, he still struggles with it. So when I saw that he overdosed, it was like, sadly, unfortunately, I wasn't surprised. It was the same feeling I had when Amy Winehouse died. It was just like, fuck. So pull through, X.
but see, I know it's history. I kind of take issue with that stance only because I saw somebody white who took this.
About how
Kinda
he
took the
lost all
stance-
his houses and shit.
No, kind of took the stance of like a hip hop gatekeeper,
Wait,
and it
what?
was like, we know this is sad. It's obviously sad, but are we all surprised? And I'm like, yeah, I actually kind of am. I saw him in VERZUZ. He looked pretty good.
Just
Yeah.
last year.
I'm actually surprised by this news. The fuck are you talking about?
It was kind of it was surprising.
Like, yeah, I know
it was
it's-
surprising, but it wasn't that surprising. That's what it
I was
is.
gonna say, bro. Like even for me, like like you said, like we kind of know his history, right? And it's beyond it being his history. It's the one thing, you know what I'm saying? It's crack, bro. Like you kind of know what comes along with crack. You know what I'm saying? Like it usually leads to one ending.
Yeah.
My issue isn't with that. It's, well, are we all surprised? Why the fuck are we talking about? Are we all surprised right now, dog?
Yeah, oh
Fuck
yeah,
we
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
that
yeah.
part, yeah.
The timing definitely. You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like
like,
yeah.
Even if
And the platform.
even if you weren't surprised by it,
Don't fucking say that shit.
why are we
out
talking
loud.
about that
Yeah.
right now?
No,
like the man's
that's
fighting for
what
his
I'm saying.
life. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Like
the
if it's down
platform
to,
and the timing.
yeah, if it's down the road, you know, months, years, yeah, it sucks, you know, but you know that was his kryptonite the entire time. That was his
Yeah.
Achilles.
Right,
All
right.
But when it's going down,
In the span of the first 12 hours, we're getting the news. Oh, well, are you surprised? Yeah, I kind of am. Because when I saw him, he looked pretty fucking good.
He looked a
Yeah.
lot healthier than he had been previously. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Man. And then the misinformation keeps coming out. First they said he was breathing on his own out of ICU. Then they said it's misinformation. Then news came out today before we recorded that he got COVID. And then that news came out saying no, that story's fake. So whatever the case, man, just pull through, X. That's all. Just pray for a miracle.
This is just what happens when every publication wants to be first, not right.
Man, I saw
Yeah.
one fucking publication. I don't know who they are. They're like a wannabe blog site. And they put the information that X was in DMX was in the hospital because of, you know, overdose and shit. And I'll never forget the sentence. It just said, yeah, he's basically like they're saying pretty much he's on life support and he's basically dead. That's what the sentence said. He's basically dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you write that?
Seriously.
Why would you write that? Whatever, you fucking idiots.
It's like JC said. They just want to be first. Don't give a fuck if they're right or wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's always a come up to be had, even at the expense of another human life.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it boils down to. And you, like you said, it's wannabe or so-called bloggers who have no idea about professionalism.
I mean, the
right, in
blogging
terms
era,
of writing.
the blogging
right.
era is pretty much done. When it comes to hip hop blogging era, that shit's pretty much done. You don't have to be the first. Just get your information right and then post. Stupid.
Yeah, there's. I mean, 10 years ago there was more. 10 years ago there was stock in being first.
Literally.
Now
I
it's,
was there.
and now it's stock in just all right. Well,
Get the information.
is that an accurate tweet?
Yeah.
Nobody's even, like you said, nobody's going to the blogs anymore to get it. The blogs are going to Twitter to get the news.
Yeah. Dead ass. TMZ,
Seriously.
TMZ's the first to report. They're just the messenger. That's all they get. And whoever their sources are, they will find out about your mama in the hospital before you do. Harvey's team is on a whole other level, man.
Yeah, no, they ain't got Chris Broussard sources. That's for damn sure.
Didn't he get famous because he kept saying the lockout was over with and shit, and they kept saying that's how I remember it.
It was always just my sources, and then the deal would happen, and it was completely the furthest thing from what his sources had told him.
Yeah, the fuck. Yeah, your sources.
Your sources are wrong again.
Wrong again.
Shit.
Stupid.
I'll just never forget the back and forth. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. The back and forth between he and Bomani Jones. And Bomani had said something, and then he's like, "You're gonna apologize to me and my God because Bomani is, I don't know if he's atheist. He just doesn't believe." And he goes, "You're gonna apologize to me." And Bomani's like, "That's not what I'm about to do." And even myself, as a proclaimed Christian, I started laughing. I was like, "Why would he apologize to a God he doesn't believe in?" What are you talking about, Chris Broussard? What is wrong with you?
He was just in the moment, man. Just in the moment. Shit, man. Yeah, but praying for DMX. Prayers
Definitely.
up for DMX.
Most
man.
definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Shit. But I was gonna make. Oh yeah. But shout out to Kanye West. Even though you're going through a fucking divorce, he made a deal with Netflix for he sold his miniseries documentary to Netflix for $30 million. and it's a documentary he's been creating for the past 21 years. It says 21 years in the making. So I guess he's been filming this or creating this for the past decade, 2 decades.
2 decades.
And that is something very Kanye of
Since
him.
the Dynasty.
Yeah, that's something very Kanye of him. I can see him doing some shit like filming everything throughout his come up. And I do remember Kim K did saying like he always kept cameras on him. Just when he's in the recording process or doing his creation process, he always had cameras on him. So on some fucking Last Dance shit. So
that used to be a thing with 90s artists.
Always kept the cameras on.
There's always a camera around. I mean, even when you didn't think there was, we just saw that with the recent Biggie documentary.
Yeah,
like there were always cameras around.
Right, like Truman Show. It was like some reality show shit.
And now that people got phones to record them, I mean, yeah, their cameras literally around. Mm-hmm. It's just not to that extent.
Yeah,
because theirs is more of a style of reality and realism, like real time. Mm-hmm. I'd imagine that what Kanye's doing is full documentarian form. Mm-hmm. Like there's no, you're not just gonna record me. Stand over there where the light is because the light accentuates the beat of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. So there's still an art and a skill to that I'm interested.
I want to see the
for sure.
I'm very interested.
I want to see the studio sessions of like College Dropout in the early stages and shit like that when he was recording Jesus Walks and
hell
all that. It's gonna be like rare footage, rare home video footage and shit like that. So that's gonna be. They say it's made by the same director who did his Through the Wire video. So
okay, I trust it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so
it's good to have people that were around from the beginning stages
and all the way up to now.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting. Like and he said that's gonna come out like later on this year. So and he gave Netflix the money. So this is cool, but I wanted my Yeezus movie. That's what I wanted. Like the whole concert footage, it was gonna be made with Hype Williams and shit, slow motion, all types of shit. We never got it. Some bullshit. It's cool. It's cool, yeah. It's cool.
Should have just got Zack Snyder. The
Might
Yeezus cut.
The Yeezus
my
cut.
God.
Super slow motion.
My God.
That would be a 10-hour cut.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how long is that shit gonna be?
No Kanye.
Him just walking on stage is gonna take 5 minutes.
Literally. Literally. With explosions and everything going on behind him and shit like that. The fuck?
Who else would you like to see a documentary in that style, though?
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Beyonce, they say Beyonce has camera people all around her all the damn time, and she puts it in her little video vault. So that's how the fucking that Life is a Dream shit. That's because it was literally all from her film library and shit like that.
I would have liked to see one from Jeezy's perspective.
Jeezy, huh?
Following him out throughout the beginning of the years, up until this point. It's a wild transition when you think about him from the beginning up to where he's at now. Like it's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like literally, Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about just during music though, right? Like, cause
like cause
you know Jeezy got a story before music.
I mean, and I know Boys in the Hood was after his albums when he was Lil J. I would include that too, but I guess Boys in the Hood was just a starting point to where people were noticing who he was.
Right.
So that's where I would take it. Obviously, that's how it's going with Kanye. Mm-hmm. You knew that was the name behind the board. You just didn't know what was going on. And obviously, Jeezy's not a producer. I would have liked to have seen that, especially when you get into 2005, 2006.
I would say
everything that went around with Gucci.
I would say Dr. Dre, but they didn't make it the music for him, and that was like very, very in depth with a lot of shit.
I feel like Dr. Dre's would be dummy slow.
Yeah, it would.
It would be super slow.
I just remember his
pace-wise.
Would it though?
Pace-wise, it would be super slow. I mean, think about it. Death Row. They were taking years to, or not years, but a year to finish the album.
Because he'll take.
It wasn't like they were dropping albums.
Yeah,
nonstop.
Right.
Like look at Death Row. Right. Like really look at Death Row during their heyday, from the time they were popping to the time that Pac died. Mm-hmm. They only dropped 6 albums.
Fuck. Now you right.
They dropped Chronic, Doggy Style, the 2 soundtracks, Dog Food, and All Eyes on Me.
And Machiavelli.
No, that was talking about from the time Pac died.
Oh, by the time Pac died.
Exactly.
Yeah, before he died.
Oh, okay.
Now you right.
So
I don't know, man. I would just be interested because obviously it's Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the closest we got was his behind the music shit on VH1. That was very, very, very in depth. So Yeah, but a documentary.
Well, the closest one was the one he did with Jimmy Iovine on HBO.
Oh, the Defiant ones?
Yeah.
But that was about, like, the whole history of Interscope, pretty much.
Yeah, but I think
that's pretty much what that shit was.
Yeah, but for him, it was more in depth than Behind the Music. Behind the Music was just kind of replays of what was kind of common knowledge.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what would be another one? I said Jay-Z.
See, I was gonna say Wiz, but he basically did that shit on his own with his day-to-day shits.
Right.
I'm trying to think,
I mean?
like, who, but I think Jay-Z, M's life has always been documented, not M.
I like to see Scarface.
Scarface would be dope.
Scarface would be dope. Don't get me wrong. I was just looking across the room and maybe that one.
Nipsey?
Yeah.
They're already probably making them as we speak.
I mean, maybe a biopic, but I don't know about documentary. I don't know if he had cameras around him like that. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say somebody else I could see. I saw Kendrick from Section 80 all the way up to now, I guess.
No.
It was just a thought.
No, I get it. It's just he's a wild card.
In what way?
He'd just be a wild card because it's like when he's in the recording booth, I get it from that aspect for sure. Mm-hmm. Like that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect, just outside the booth.
Yeah,
he's just another TDE nigga.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
You know what I'm saying? Like Schoolboy Q to me would be the one that from out of them that I'd want to see the doc from. Because Q's road is now granted. Kendrick was J-Rock's hype man.
Yeah.
But the idea of Q being Kendrick's hype man.
Yeah.
And then And then what he ultimately became. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not to take away from Rock. Rock is a premier MC. Mm-hmm. It's just the heights are different between him and Kendrick. So Q's perspective of being Kendrick's hype man, who was probably proclaimed as the MC of the last decade.
Yeah.
In terms of just overall body and mainstream notoriety.
Right.
From his perspective of being that man's hype man and then having a fan base of his own.
Yeah. Like they all have cult followers.
That interests me. And then like I said, he was real like that, like Mac Miller was his road dog. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just a lot of elements like he was a Crip. So there's just gonna be some shit that you know what I'm saying?
Why not just a whole TDE documentary?
I mean, yeah, definitely, but I get what JC.
Yeah, I know
what he's saying. Like, you know what I mean? You
yeah.
focus on Q and shit, and it expands more than just Q. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking Absol just because I don't know shit about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that'd be kind of cool just to know who the guy is.
I just think it would be tough in the beginning.
Yeah.
When you bring a Laurie Joe into it.
Yeah.
That's some heavy shit.
It's really crazy. Like, go on, keep going.
Like, no, I would want to see it because you're right. You would want to learn about him. There's just that one piece of information too that we do know about it. Like that's a lot. A direction could go a different direction in that document just from that one piece of information.
I'm thinking of TDE's run. Sorry to go off, but what was their run from? Like when they were just hitting, like everything was just hitting from
2011 to 2017.
They slowed down in 2018. You
from
sure?
Follow Me Home or what? Or was
no, 2018 because
they dropped something in
Redemption
2019, didn't they? That was the Black Panther soundtrack in 2019. No. That was 18. You right? And they didn't drop nothing in 2019, right?
No, they did.
What did they drop?
Sir dropped.
Sir, yes, that was the last one.
Sir dropped. Q dropped.
And Zachariah.
Zakari dropped.
Zakari. I don't like him Zachariah. Keep calling him that.
Nah.
Ain't same shit.
Looks the same.
I know, right?
Yeah. I would say their more mainstream run was 2011 because even though they were still technically underground, like Kendrick and Rock had. So Rock had Wayne on The Hood Gonna Love It. Was it The Hood Gonna Love It or was it?
It was The Hood Gonna Love It.
No, it was the other joint.
All My Life.
All My Life.
Yes.
Thank you. So that catapulted interest into The Hood Gonna Love It, which then led to Kendrick, which the buzz because of him and J. Cole with High Power, and then ADHD, and then following that was when Q popped off with There He Go, and then Hands on the Wheel.
Yes.
And then that's when Ab-Soul popped off with the records from Long Term Mentality, and then it blew up from there.
Yeah, and then all the way till 2000.
I would say 18.
18.
Like Sir's just not a big. He at the time.
Yeah.
Sir's starting to get his due now, and I'm proud he is. Just at the time, people were still new to him, so they had no idea that just the year earlier he dropped November.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's just crazy to me now. The only artist that's dropping from TDE right now is SZA.
It's SZA and Sir.
Yeah,
He's still dropping stuff too.
yeah, and fucking Reason. He's still doing little songs here and there, verses here and there. But Top Dog, man, you know, I mean, I'm patient, but
You just gotta understand though, bro, that the guys that make up Black Hippie, they're starting to get into legacy
Yeah.
legacy status. Yeah,
status
I was
now.
just gonna
So
say that
you,
shit,
you
like-
can't even anticipate it anymore. Like
nah.
Yeah.
it's literally like, and that even goes for Ab Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No, definitely.
they've all
His
been
last
around.
album was dope though.
Yeah.
By the way, like if you listen to it front to like top to bottom type
Yeah.
shit.
And
that
I was
shit's dope,
one of
man.
the few people that like These Days from Absol. I like that album. These Days. Yeah, people that hated that album. I don't know why they hated it.
I don't get it, man. People always got to find something though, you know.
Yeah, I mean
guess.
expectations, reality. It's always that.
Yeah, it's just like it's just crazy how they had a run and then it just kind of just like COVID cases it just went down very quietly.
Well, I mean they're all. Yeah, I mean they're all album artists,
Very.
so it makes sense.
It's like as soon
Like
as
when an album comes, it's not just the album; it's the experience with the album. So a good portion of that experience is going to be the tour.
and the videos.
I mean, they could have no, but we've. What I'm
They
saying
can
is
still do the
we could have
videos,
seen the
like,
videos,
that's not a problem.
but the
Yeah.
tour is that's the connector.
Well,
Yeah.
So
stay out here in California. You can tour again out here in good old California in June, ish, kind of,
Shit.
because they gotta open up all the fucking stuff. So they can open up venues and arenas and shit.
yeah, but that don't necessarily mean their projects are going to drop right away.
I know. I think.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I that's what I mean. When the conversations with Drake go from last year, when I say what everybody's already got cold feet, and I'm like, I think it fucked up everybody's moves, and I think TDE in hindsight was the most affected. By
Oh
it.
yeah, they had plans for
Like
them.
they
I know that for a
were
fact.
genuinely the most affected because say what you want about Drake, but OVO was dropping records all last year.
They were.
Everybody from the label
Yeah.
dropped for the if I'm not mistaken, except for Majid Jordan, but
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
everybody dropped. They had product.
yeah.
Dreamville, they had stuff. TDE was really the only ones they got hit by that hard.
They had plans. I know that for a fact. They had plans last
And
year.
I think that's a testament to. It's not wrong of them to only target the artists that make albums, but their weakness was showed in targeting artists that go for the albums. And they had some guys that were kind of singles guys.
Like who?
Just in general, if they found guys that were just in development, but if they were rocking out singles,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? That's where the diversity needs to come into play. Where it's you have your album artists that carry,
Yeah.
Right.
but you need those guys that are like guys off the bench just to give you quick spurts real quick, while the guys
That's
the
reason.
album guys are making their product.
I was just gonna say, I feel like that is Reason,
That's
but
Reason.
Reason tries to go for the classic album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right now he's a
And
hybrid.
And Isaiah Rashad, like
Oh,
He
he's
can't get off
definitely
the show.
He's definitely an album guy though.
Yeah.
he
Like,
can't get
that's
off the
not even
shit because
close.
he's going through his own shit. Like I know
Yeah.
for a fact from a little birdie told me he had plans to drop last year too. They were just about to shoot the cover art. Then COVID.
Oh, I know what a little birdie told me about what the whole label's plan was for last year.
Talk about it or talk about it off the air.
Yeah, I mean it's
Well, if it's already up in the air.
Yeah, it's out and open. It's out and open. It was gonna be a TDE compilation album, and they were all going on tour.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
Kendrick was supposed to that was the rollout for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kendrick
Because when they were on tour, either Kendrick's album was gonna drop on tour.
Yeah.
They were gonna let the compilation breathe for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And when they went, either Kendrick's was supposed to drop while they were on tour or right before, so that way he could headline.
Yeah, he was gonna headline.
So that way-
that UK
God.
shit.
Yeah. So that way, everybody had new music to perform.
right.
And then he had a brand new album, and then he was gonna close everything.
Yeah,
out.
it was gonna do that Glattenbury shit that was out in the UK. Kendrick
that'd
was
have been
gonna
fucking amazing.
Kendrick was headlining
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah, that was the tour I told you about.
yeah,
Baby
yeah.
Kim and who else was gonna tour with?
Yeah,
him?
Baby Keem was just gonna come, obviously with him being his cousin.
Yeah, of course.
So he was gonna be like the one. Well, Kendrick was gonna do the solo, the tour.
Yeah.
That was initially what it was.
Oh,
TDE
yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do a whole nother.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's the
they're
one
gonna
that
do a
I'm
whole
like
other tour
interested
again.
in. The one that you told me about, that shit, I swear to God, bro.
Yeah, I know.
The one where, how we were talking about a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, like you would just drop money on a fucking tour.
Yeah.
Maxo Cream, Roddy Ricch, and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's me.
No questions asked.
For sure.
Yeah, that was the plan. But then COVID said, "Fuck that."
Right.
You ain't seen shit, Martine.
Right.
Shit ass COVID.
So yeah,
But you gonna
so
listen
that
to
was
this Beyonce Kendrick record?
yeah. So that was the first. That was the first plan before they knew how long COVID was going to take.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Kendrick, Roddy, and Maxo Cream.
Yeah.
When they were all kind of locked down, it was like, okay, well, let's plan B. We're just going to do a TDE comp, and then we're going to go on. But then it expanded. They were like, okay, well, what can we do now? Because we got a whole stable of artists that require you to have a listening experience for 45 minutes, and we can't go express that with the fans on tour because we're all in the house.
Right.
Do what Griselda did, man.
Just put the music out.
music
Yeah,
out.
but look at
I
what
know.
happened with Griselda. They burned out in a year.
Literally.
Yeah.
So
Even though Benny the
I
Butcher-
will say though, man, hats off to them because they kept shit rocking, bro.
Yeah, no, they
you know what
did.
I mean? Like they definitely did. Like
They
fuck,
did.
fuck all the extra shit. Like they were one of the few people who actually kept us entertained throughout the entire COVID situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were.
We're already at the home stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed, definitely. But I mean, they kept it rocking from beginning to end, kind of for us.
they
you know
did,
what I mean?
but Griselda's also the type of acts where it's like, yo, we go on tour, we can rap for you on the block. It don't matter.
That's
Yeah.
true.
TDE has a whole
experience.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's become that. Like that's the standard for them. You know what I
Right.
mean?
They
It
set
used
that
to be.
standard.
They used to be the Griselda types.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were.
You know what I mean? And then now it's like
But when you got labels
they up there
invested, because
now.
you gotta remember, they got 2 labels invested in them.
Interscope
Oh, yeah.
and who else?
It's Interscope for the rappers and RCA for the singers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of money involved with them.
So they could
can't-
drop SZA's singles. I bet SZA's sitting on a lot of shit right
She
now.
has to because the
Oh, yeah.
2 singles she's dropped are fire.
Yeah.
seriously.
I mean,
Hey,
even
Like you
Sir's
putting that shit out right now.
yeah,
Like,
even Sir's joint
Fuck.
that was on the Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack, fire.
Yep.
And then Kendrick filmed a whole video 6 months ago and floating over water and shit like that, and then it's just still in the vault. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, the world. That's the. For as great as their empire is, there's always cracks in an empire. It just determines on if the success can make it not noticeable.
I'll just say
Yeah.
that.
And TDE's, for as great as their empire is, when it comes to just putting out bodies of work, the crack showed during the pandemic where it was. Because remember, they did the single thing. They did it in April.
They did.
Yeah,
they did
they
a
went
whole
that route.
fucking a whole week of singles basically.
But
And
it
then
was-
nothing else happened after
Yeah,
that.
no,
Because,
seriously.
because the fans are spoiled with give us a project.
Give us
Give us a
Kendrick.
project.
It was Give Us Kendrick.
Yeah, I was gonna say also.
Well, yeah, but
Kendrick
even-
didn't drop. J Rock didn't drop.
Yeah.
Schoolboy didn't drop.
Right.
So I mean, you kind of. It was like the. Not to talk shit because I
It
love
was
all
the
of them.
heavyweights of the label.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like the B list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really put shit out.
Right. And of course, they're not going to drop because they're like, why am I going to drop now? Because this is promotion for the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I took from it. It's not it's not to say anything about TD like they're terrible. They're an empire. They were great. It's just
They
it was
got
like
kicked in the nuts.
that's the crack that they have. Damn, they did so good. I didn't even notice it before.
They got
Right.
kicked in the nuts. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
COVID kicked them in the nuts. While other artists adapted and learned to maneuver, they just
went back and regrouped and said, we'll just wait it out.
and that's what they're
That's what
doing.
they did. They just
I
said,
think
"Wait
they're
it
gonna
out."
probably wait till the summer. I think everyone's waiting till the summer because there ain't no music dropping. I mean, music did drop, but god damn, man, like, give us something.
music dropping.
I mean, only album some album dropped.
I still gotta get to that little TJ album.
See, yeah, that dropped. Yeah,
Thank
listen
you.
To it.
Did you like it?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
real good things about it.
No, it was.
I heard
it
2
was
tracks
really
off of
good.
there.
I'm not the biggest Lil TJ fan, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a few songs on here that like obviously caught my fucking attention, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
There was one with Polo G and Fabio.
Uh-huh.
That shit's kind of hard, bro. Like, you know what you're getting out of those people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's another one with Offset and Moneybag Yo. Shit's dope as fuck.
Nice.
The
Yo.
the what you call it, the single that came out was Lil TJ and Black. That shit.
That sounds like a good
is
combo.
hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like serious. I
Black
fuck with
Black is
shit.
that median he's like that common ground between Weeknd and Party Next Door, where he's like the one where he just fits on anything. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he can rap too.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck? Dude is dope.
I went back and well, not finally, but I actually had time to actually digest Pooh Shiesty's album. Gucci got one with Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah. I need to go back and listen to his shit.
Because a couple of my friends and I have been talking about just the label that Gucci's constructed around with the new 1017. He's got some with those acts there. Like, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, it's not saying much. They're not, because they want all the lyrics and all that. Like, I get it. But some empires aren't built on that. It's built on hustle and it's built on
Loyalty,
heavy bass.
respect.
And the new 1017 got a lot of hustle and heavy bass. And them shits knock. Like, supreme. And then you look at what Yo Gotti's doing over with CMG.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he can't miss what's going on with CM. Like, I want a compilation from them.
I was like, what should I say? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I want a compilation from them immediately.
Yes.
Especially after hearing ESTG.
Yes.
Like, I want more of that. And then, like...
More!
Bro, every single day I become more and more of a Moneybagg Yo fan.
I'm saying, bro.
That's the one... Like, I can give it up. That's the one artist where when I first started listening, I was like, hey, cool, all right. And I did not think twice about it. But years later, I am here to say, anytime Moneybagg Yo comes on, turn that motherfucker up.
Serious,
all the way up.
Like, that shit, I'll be honest with you. I ain't gonna say, like, it took me by surprise, because I kind of knew who he was a little bit. You know what I mean? Because of fucking Yo Gotti, right? We listen to him and shit.
Right.
So I know who Moneybagg Yo was, but, like, I didn't really care for his shit. It sounded, like, bland. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now he got that spice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dope,
His
man.
flow is great. So it helps flow with a guy that just spits real shit to him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I love, man. The authenticity of this shit.
Like, you know he's not faking anything he says. Like,
Yeah.
you know it's exactly what's popping now.
Exactly.
One of those funniest lines ever, but it's so damn true. She too pretty to get fucked from the back.
I gotta look at you in the eyes.
Yeah.
It's one of the most funniest lines ever, but it's like, no, he's right.
He's right, though.
He's spitting some shit right there.
That motherfucker spitting.
Yeah. Like, and every song I hear him on, he just gets delivery just gets better and better and better.
Yep.
Like, he just becomes more precise and more crisp.
Yeah, you can hear the progression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
He's definitely a rapper where, I mean, if we talking about rappers that are spearheading the next generation, I know he's older, but like just the face of the next generation, he's up there.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? Well, for me, I went back and listened to it out. Another project that dropped last week, and it's from the Eminem wannabe himself, NF. And it's he called it Clouds, the mixtape. I guess he's working on an album, and I guess he had shit done, so he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna release some shit for the fans. It is what it is. So I'm going, I'm gonna listen to this, because I wasn't gonna listen to it, but then I went on my playlist and I put a few songs up there with him and Hobson. That was fire. And then this other track that he has called Story, and he did a whole video for it, and it was very fucking creative. I'm a sucker for those type of fucking tracks. I like story tracks. And the way he broke it down and the way the video was shot, how everything connected, that was good. Like, I'm a sucker for that. But the whole mixtape, Clouds, he's just rapping. And if you get over the whole Eminem shit, he's not overly emo. All he's doing is just rapping. Like, he got a feature from Hobson on here, which is fire. Trust featuring Tech Nine. Tech Nine ripped the fuck out of it.
Tech Nine?
Tech Nine?
Yeah, he just ripped the fuck out of it. And NF, he held his own for 10 tracks. I mean, there's a bonus track on there, but for 10 tracks, he held his own. And I'm like, not bad. But, you know, it is what it is. That's how dry music is. I went back and gave props to a fucking NF album. Drake, fucking J. Cole, Kendrick, Big Sean, Wale, Rick Ross, 2 Chainz. Somebody, please drop.
Give me some music, please.
An album, alright?
Shit. Anything else, JC? Music wise,
I'm just going through to see who dropped because I didn't pay attention.
Oh yeah, Justin Bieber dropped an EP.
dropped Freedom.
Yeah, it's a whole EP
on
Sunday. Yeah, they call it a gospel album.
Nah.
All right, well, last one.
Motherfucker gave me a joint, fucking Peaches, which is fucking immaculate, and then he preceded all that with Martin Luther King and just no drums. So
Well,
I
I skimmed through
Whatever.
the EP. The EP is actually quite decent. I skimmed through it, so I'll go back and re-listen to it. But
It'd be good. Just be good away from me. You burned your bridge for me this year, buddy.
you burned your bridge.
You also
with
burned it for me last year,
buddy.
too. You did the same damn thing last year.
Well, I kind of like changes.
I know that you liked it. That's,
Okay,
yeah.
so with that said, since we're on the pop realm, right?
Yeah.
Fucking I went back and I listened to 24K Golden's album. Now, 24K Golden, for those of you who don't know, had the #1 song in the country for like
Forever.
No, seriously, it was up there for at least 6 weeks straight and shit.
I think longer than
with
that.
mood and shit. Yeah, nah, really. But what you call it? So his album, it came out not this past Friday, but the Friday before. I didn't listen to it because I didn't even know. Like it was under the radar type shit, right? And dude is from the city, you know what I mean? So obviously I'm gonna tune in, you know what I mean? I'm gonna listen to the shit. And some of the features he had really like
Surprised you?
yeah,
Like who?
Future.
Really?
Yeah, he's got Future on track. He's got the Baby and Sway Lee.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, now granted, the sound overall, like the instrumentation is very pop. You know, it's very, 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 very pop. But the dude is literally rapping the entire fucking album. Like honestly, if you put it like on some trap beats and shit,
Yeah.
it would probably sell more. You
Is
know
he
what I
like
mean?
Gym Class Heroes?
Yeah. I guess you could put him in that realm. You know what I mean? But like I said, just dude is fucking sick. Like I'm not gonna say that the album itself was good or bad, but it was definitely enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like you just put it on and just ride with it.
Let it rock out.
Yeah, definitely. Fuck, there was something I wanted to say. Oh yeah, but it had the mood song on there last, and I kind of like that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
like
yeah,
when they
that's
put
the
the
one to
singles.
put you on. So let's just
Yeah.
throw that
At the
at the
end.
very end. You
Gotta
know
have
what I
people
mean?
really enjoy who I am as an artist. And
Yes,
shit.
exactly.
That makes
That's
sense.
what's up. I actually forgot one.
Who?
You want to talk about a label that's just the gift that keeps on giving?
Who?
QC.
Oh yeah.
They got Bankroll Freddy that dropped his joint. Big Bank.
I haven't listened to that one yet. How was it?
Yeah. Press play.
For real?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Downloading now.
Yeah. Press play, buddy. ESTG's on there. Meg, PNB Rock, 2 Chainz, and Young Scooter.
Wow.
Same song. Dolph is on here. Gucci's on here. The dope thing is it's 14 tracks and it's only 40 minutes.
See, have you noticed that
That's what's
albums are
up.
getting like shorter
Yeah.
and shorter now? Like the best ones are like probably like 35 minutes to 40 minutes, 9 tracks or whatever. I'm starting to notice that now. It's like a common theme throughout albums.
Well, because
now.
everybody's realizing they can't do the Chris Brown.
And they can't keep listeners' attention. Your shit better be dope for a good amount of time and then end it.
But that's what I mean.
Seriously.
Like, Chris Brown will keep people's attention.
Eh.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, not me.
yeah,
I was gonna say,
I mean,
what the fuck?
yeah. I mean, you're in the minority because
Yeah, I know.
when it comes to Chris Brown, like the numbers show that people
People's tuned in, yeah.
tune in.
Yeah.
So
And even if you're not like focused listening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still just have it playing.
Playing
and
in the
shit.
background, yeah.
yeah, Chris Brown's issue isn't bad songs. It's just for many people who, and I hate this argument. Chris Brown makes the same record. Okay, well, what record is the same? And they can never answer the fucking question.
They can just say it's the same type of sound of music.
Yeah, that sounds
Just-
better.
Yeah, say that.
But then you know why people don't say it?
Why?
It's because you could bring up the same argument for their artist, and then they get their favorite artist. They get pissed
defensive.
off.
Yeah.
So they make it off to that. That's just Chris Brown's. That's his steez, which is he makes music where some people feel like, well, wait, did I hear this one already?
Yeah.
So it's like I get it, but it has nothing to do with the quality of good or bad.
Right.
Like I'm sure
And usually it's good. So
yeah,
why the fuck
yeah,
you complaining?
exactly. Yeah.
You're gonna be grinding into a girl in the club, so don't fucking complain
Yeah,
about
serious.
it.
Like
Chris
it's
Brown
gonna give
makes
you,
fucking.
this song is gonna give you a good time. Like
Right.
just
Brown is
relax.
the king of making 10 p.m. music. When you walk into the club, that's the first thing you hear is Chris Brown. Seriously, he makes before the guest list close music. Him and fucking what's his name?
Can you imagine a
Kid Ink.
Can you imagine a party? Nah, Kid Ink don't do that. Kid Ink.
No, that's what I hear in the beginning when I walk into bars.
Their record. I think you said Kid Ink was on the same level as Chris Brown.
Oh no.
Hell no.
No, but I'm talking about he's the king of get there before the guest list closes music.
Could you imagine a party that was ran where they only played Chris Brown as a featured artist?
I mean, you could.
You could.
But that's what I'm saying. Could you imagine that shit? Like,
Yeah, it'll go all night.
that shit'll be nuts either way.
Serious though, literally will go
Yeah.
all night.
Could go all night.
Yeah.
He has features for fucking years, man. That's why. I mean, Swizz and fucking Timbaland, they just need to break. They gotta give him. Thriller has to give Chris Brown and Usher a blank check and just do it for the culture. Everybody wants it. We just need to get it.
See, even if you don't,
Like one time for the one time.
there is one, and it would have to be in more of the form of the celebration, only because of the big generational gaps. I would love to see Chris Brown and Bobby Brown sit together
That would be some
and
shit.
just chop it up.
That would be some shit.
You ain't talking like on no versus shit. You just saying like
No,
just...
on versus, like that's what I'm saying. This one would have to be more of a celebration because it's the generational gap between them.
That playlist
But-
is fire.
But think about it. Bobby Brown and Chris Brown
Same name.
are the same, like literally could be grandfather, grandson.
right.
Literally.
Like
same
literally,
same last
if
name.
not
sure.
father, son.
Because Chris Brown went from being the next Michael Jackson.
More likely father, son.
Yeah.
Because Chris Brown went from being the next Michael Jackson, he was on his way, and after the beating, he became the next Bobby Brown. That's pretty much how he went from, which is not bad.
I was gonna say, God damn, that sounded horrible.
Yeah,
when
if your floor is Bobby Brown, then you won. You won.
It's not floor. It's not,
No, because there is a ceiling and a floor.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if your ceiling was Michael Jackson, but your floor was Bobby Brown,
That's a good
You
ceiling.
won.
yeah, you win
There's
it,
nothing
like,
else to
bro.
talk
Like,
about.
yeah, it's not even close.
You won either way, yeah. He was on his way to be like. That's why I sometimes wish I could go back in time and tell Chris before he goes to that Grammy party, no matter what Rihanna does to you in that car, you do not hit her. You get out the car, no matter
Just
what.
don't do it.
Just don't do it for your. I mean, your career gonna be cool, but imagine you want to be Michael, you want to be Bobby. I'm gonna be Bobby.
I mean, Bobby ain't bad.
Bobby ain't brown.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
No, he's not
I don't
saying.
endorse violence, but I mean, Bobby Brown is it's not bad, like in any circumstance at all.
Bobby Brown was Chris
Bobby
Brown.
Brown birthed the bad boy R&B
Yeah.
image. That was
Yeah.
Bobby.
You remember that time period where we all thought Chris Brown was like cookie cutter clean before the beating? Like we always thought he was like the nice guy because I remember when that
I
shit
knew it
came
wasn't
out.
that when he dropped Exclusive, when he had the tattoo on his hand. I was
No.
like,
When I say, but he was always he never got in trouble and shit like that.
Oh yeah, but I mean, when he got the tattoo on his hand, that's when it wasn't a bad thing. It was just,
Oh, you a bad boy.
yeah, it's like they're marketing you a way that you don't want to be marketed.
Like,
to.
oh, there's
I
an
get it.
edge to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's,
he said
there's another
originally-
layer.
Yeah,
He
but
said
then the
originally-
Grammys hit, and I was like, oh damn, the guy knows that edge.
I remember when that story came out, when it first came out that him and Rihanna got into that fight or whatever, and I was like, wow, really, Chris? I didn't think you'd do that. Then the photo came out, and I'm like, oh, you did that shit. Damn. Can't defend that.
Nah. As much as you'd want to, too. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
Yeah.
like I'm saying, just for the artist, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
as much as you want to, because
You wanna give
how
him the
much
benefit of
like
the
good
doubt.
music he's put out and
Yeah,
shit.
the benefit
you
of the
can't.
doubt factor.
Yeah, it's impossible.
No, with that brings up a good conversation I was having with somebody.
What?
I mean, yeah, it goes. Surprise! I was having a conversation about New Edition. Everybody, surprise!
Surprise!
Surprise! Nah, could you imagine Heartbreak and then Don't Be Cruel in the streaming era, and then all of them going into the solo projects?
They've
Just
been all
in
over
the
Billboard.
streaming era of what that would have done.
They've been all over Billboard.
Like, that would have been some shit that nobody would have ever... Like, that would have changed the industry in terms of what the new standard would have been. Okay, we have to get 5 to 6 man groups. Mm-hmm. Some of them can be solo. 2 of them at least have to work together good. And that would have been the new standard. Like, you would have... The standard was we can't just get groups. You guys have to be... As good as you are as a group, you guys have to be as good, if not better, solo.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a new wild-ass standard.
I'm surprised that hasn't been the standard already, man. Like,
I mean,
shit.
that's technically
because the
that
groups
should be
died.
the standard. You know what I mean?
The the idea of putting together a group, it's not what it was.
Yeah. I mean, back then you had the boy bands and shit like that. Because New Kids on the Block was literally the white version of New Edition.
Yeah.
And then that transferred into the Backstreet Boys and the Instincts and shit like that. And it was kind of just like, you're right, that would be a standard of no matter how dope you are, if you could be a background singer, you have to be dope as a solo artist too.
Yeah, because it's like,
that's what ego.
Can You Stand the Rain? Iconic, classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
3 of those guys also did Poison.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what I'm saying? So from a label head standpoint, it's like, okay, you guys do great together. What do you guys do apart? Because that's what we're marketing right now.
You can just fast forward. NSYNC, you do great with Bye Bye Bye, but that man made fucking Cry Me a River. So
no, I'm not even saying that, bro. I'm saying when they first come in as teenagers.
Oh, that shit. Oh,
it's not even about
the gate, bro.
Yeah, it's not even out the
gate.
It's literally like, what do you all bring?
That's a more project.
Because the thing of it is that when I can always key point when the idea of New Edition doing solo records, all of them together doing solo stuff, it was solidified. It was on You're Not My Type of Girl, because Johnny had his little sorry at the end, like that was his one shot, but it was Johnny. He had his voice.
Okay.
Ralph was the leader, so he took. But there's that transition period from the bridge where it's Mike and it's Ronnie talking back and forth to each other, and it's like, I know what I would do if I had her, and then Ricky comes in and he just blows that bridge part. So it was the 3 of them together. Ralph was at the beginning, Johnny was at the end. They were all separate, but it was one unison song. But if you go back and re-listen to that song, to me, that's where the creation of all of them could go separate and do their own thing. It was at that part.
Right.
And it's exactly what the fuck ended up happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two at the beginning of them went and had did their solo albums, but the 3 together showed that they could hold it down, and it's a little after effect of what happened when they did that the Over the Full Moon or the Blue Moon, whatever album they did where it was covers of like oldies. There was a show that they had to do where it was only the 3 of them because Ralph didn't show up. This is after Bobby Brown was out the group.
No,
so it was just when they were a quartet. Well, Ralph didn't show up, and it was just one song that they had that it just so happened that Ricky sang lead on. So they did that song. So from a stage performance, they had already done it as the 3 of them, but it was still in the form of New Edition as the whole. That one song, even though it was a New Edition song, you could tell all 5 of them were on a key to... They could go off and they could do this by themselves. Right. I'll be damned if 1990 didn't prove... All 5 of them could go off and go do it by themselves. By the way, we're going to bring back the lead... not the lead, but the member that gave us the most hell. Because we're just going to bring him back in the mix, too. Like, that is a fucking standard that really would have changed history. You probably don't get... You still probably get Jodeci, but you get like Casey and JoJo happened a lot earlier.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Devontae, like that changes Swing Mob. We probably know about Timbaland, Missy, Genuine, and all them a lot earlier.
Streaming would have changed a whole lot of shit.
You get what I'm saying? Like, because even if Devontae doesn't do like the traditional soul album, Devontae Swing could have did the same thing that Dre did with the Chronic.
Probably. Most likely.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
things
like,
happen for a reason. Like,
this is crazy.
Like, I'm thinking about streaming era was around, like, taking through the boy band era. Like, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. They would have been running the fucking charts, dog. Like, I was really thinking about it, and I remember I watched that Lou Pearlman documentary, the guy who managed and fucked them all out their money. Like, what he did was some genius shit. Like, so he made Backstreet Boys. He literally constructed the Backstreet Boys and shit from a factory, put their asses to work in Europe, and got them big in Europe, and then brought them to the States, got them big out there. So while he was working them to fucking death, he goes on the side and he does auditions for another boy band group, which happened to be NSYNC. But he kept it on the fucking hush and didn't tell the Backstreet Boys about it because he was working them to the core. And then there was one time when they were so just fatigued and tired that they didn't want to do like a Disney Channel shit. So Backstreet Boys went down, and guess who came and picked up the pieces?
Yeah, with two former members of the fucking...
The Mickey Mouse Club.
The Mickey Mouse Club.
And what happened was that Lou Pearlman, pretty much, he was managing them both, but he was making them have inner beef. He would go to Backstreet Boys and he'll tell them, yeah, them NSYNC niggas don't fuck with y'all. Da-da-da-da-da. They're talking hella shit. They're going to be better than y'all. Then he goes over to NSYNC and says, yeah, Backstreet Boys don't fuck with y'all. Da-da-da. So he kept them separate so they won't talk. Yeah. So if they see each other, they just be mugging each other and just keep it moving. And I'm just like, oh, that's fucking genius.
He's a puppeteer.
Yeah, he was the puppeteer. Yeah, and he made other boy band groups and shit like that. I'm like, wow. And his ass got sued for fucking fraud and embezzlement and fucking them out their contracts and shit. But, you know, that's the game.
Yeah, typical shit.
It's puppeteer.
Yep.
Yeah, they called him Big Papa too. That was the crazier part too.
We need a resurgence of the boy bands.
Nah, I think that's the time. No, Justin Bieber was the last essence of that.
I'm talking about I'm not even talking about in pop.
Oh,
I'm talking about music in general. There's a lot that can be done because now think about it for a second. This is the most blended hip hop and R&B has been
ever.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to start a 5 to 6 man group.
We got Brockhampton.
But they can't sing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is singers.
Singer, oh.
What I'm talking about is singers because remember when New Edition would spin off and they would do their little raps, they still, like, the girls would go crazy. But remember, that was when rap was starting to become more aggressive. So they weren't taken seriously.
Yeah.
It was just, okay, these guys can do it. We're in a time where that shit's blended. You can't tell what a fucking rap record is. You can't tell what an R&B record is right now.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to get singers who can rap.
That's B2K.
Shit.
Could have been.
No,
Let them go.
It's
Let them
beyond
go
B2K,
crazy.
bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
That's
say
what I'm saying.
B2K. I say BTS. They'll be like that's how BTS are.
Right, but what I'm saying is
But in English, motherfucker.
I know in English I meant.
and what I'm saying is
yeah.
make New Edition the standard in the sense of y'all gotta be cool. You can't just come vocally. Every single one of you has to be seen as if you go solo, they're buying it.
Yeah.
So your dance steps need to be correct. Who you are, we need to figure out who's being marketed as what because all of you can't be bad boys.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to figure all this and going out. They could over a decade in the streaming era, they could kill.
They really could. They
Easy.
could.
Because what that means is you do a group album,
And then solo.
you do solos, and once everybody's done with the solo, get your ass on tour. We're all going.
Yeah.
Shit.
You don't need openers.
You have them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they're their own openers, their own middlemen, and their main attractions, all in one.
Like, you could literally have them all go, like, individually,
Yeah.
and then the main event be all of them.
Yeah.
That's how
be
the
fucking
Jacksons
crazy.
were, kind of. No, that was just Michael. But I remember
I was like, wait, hold up, what?
Yeah, it was
No.
just Michael. I do remember, like, Jermaine had his own
Shit.
solo shit and Tito and all of them, but
That's
it
cool.
was just...
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. I'm
not the
just,
same.
Yeah.
of course.
No, yeah. I'm surprised that it's and
Because
maybe
everyone's
it's in the
Bro,
works.
like,
No,
nah.
I think it's probably because of egos.
Maybe it's in the works.
Because
you
of
know?
egos and people think I'm the better artist, I want to go on my own. I don't need y'all niggas type of
There's
shit.
there's just such a wide open. It's a wide ass open lane right
market.
now for boy bands.
That's like a
Yeah.
And when I say boy bands, I'm not just talking about pop and like sugar and cookie cut, like the sugary. No, get a group that is gonna do they're gonna have some raunchy album records.
Right.
Probably want to start with them. I mean, obviously you want to build them up to that point. I think it would be best to get teenagers right now. And when I say teenagers, 13, 14-year-olds.
And get them viral.
Get them going so that way when they get to 19, 20. So that's the thing that's missing with music right now.
Growth.
You don't grow with your artists anymore.
Hell no, you don't.
Yeah.
I think
So-
the last artist to do that was Bieber, in my opinion.
Yeah, so there's not many kids growing up with artists anymore. They're being pushed on them as they are, but they're years older. Like my mom was in the same age range as New Edition. So she saw them from Candy Girl
Okay.
all the way through. So when my mom was getting married, like that's when their solo stuff was popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there was, and granted she's a few years older, but you get what I'm saying. There were, she was in that age range.
Right.
You're not getting that anymore, and it's so. I don't know. To me, it's a no-brainer. You get some 13 to 14-year-olds that have some clear-cut talent that need to be developed. You let them go for 5 or 6 years, and then that's when you start with their solo stuff. They've been a group. They know what the industry is together. Okay, so now it's the same thing being home. Everybody got to leave home at some point to go live their lives, but everybody got to come back too. It's that same mentality.
Well, like I said, the last artist, like not even a boy, the last artist we literally grew up watching was Justin Bieber. He literally was the last one. Because I remember that because he was like a worldwide trending topic randomly. And he was like, who the fuck is Justin Bieber? And then you look him up. And he was.
No, I'm not saying that he's not.
Uh-huh.
But I actually started thinking of somebody who kind of is in that mold, but it's not in a singing, it's not in pop, it's not in Bad Baby. And say what you want about her music, it's
Bad
not
Barbie, you mean?
No, Bad Baby. Her name is Bad Baby.
Yeah, I know. Catch Me Outside, yeah.
Huh?
Bad Baby? Who are you talking about?
The girl from fucking Dr. Phil.
Yeah, Catch Me Outside.
Yeah.
How about that?
No, it's Bad Barbie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Bad Barbie.
It's Bad Baby. It's spelled. It's weird the way it's spelled, but it's Bad Baby.
It's funny because I just watched one of her YouTube videos of her going off on Dr. Phil. She's the one. Honestly,
but
yeah,
nah,
that's
like
true.
that's kind of she's like along those lines because we saw her before she was in music. And then as soon as she jumped into it, you know what I mean? How was she, like 16 or something like that?
Now.
No, now she is. But I'm saying when she first jumped into music,
she was like 16. Yeah,
she was like 16. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of seeing that again.
And that's the one thing.
But it's not to the extent of what you were talking about.
When she was nominated
you know what I mean?
for a Billboard, people were shocked. Like, how is she nominated for a Billboard? And I'm going like, dude, she sells records. She has platinum records and gold records and shit that y'all don't know about because you're so focused on the mainstream folks. Those are the scary motherfuckers you need to watch out for.
Because all it takes is when they get the right hit, they've already got everything in play. They don't need to build it.
Yep. She has a record with Meg called Bestie. I remember that because they were playing it in the fucking bar, and I was just like, oh. She has videos and shit like that. Yeah. And she's on Atlantic too. So as soon as Cardi kind of goes out, Bad Barbie be like 21 or whatever. She's just turned 18.
If anything, she's on the quote unquote the rookie contract, where it's let her like she clearly has her fan base based off what happened on Maury.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Phil. I'm sorry. On Dr. Phil, let's let her develop. Let's let her fans grow with her. Dude, I would not be surprised if not on her, but in the year where she turns 21. They are full-fledged go. As soon as they took a 5 to 6 year way to develop her. Yeah. And people will just tune in. Oh, that's that girl? Yeah, but you tuned in.
Dude, I looked at her last video, her last music video had like over like 3-point-something million views and shit like that. Like she gets millions of views like every See, this is how an NF situation happens. Like what happened with Chance. When I saw NF like on some fluke shit, and I saw him, I was like, NF, huh? And I was like, when did this album drop? And I'm like, I looked at his history. I was like, oh, he had a #1 album. Mm-hmm. He has this. He has that. I was like, you need to watch for this motherfucker. And then when his album was dropping the same day as Chance, I told folks, you need to watch NF. Just watch him and see what happens. And what happened? He had the #1 record over Chance. So it's kind of
physical too.
And that's another thing about if he ever went one-on-one with Drake on the same day. Drake does really low on physicals. On physical buy, everyone just streams them. They don't fucking buy his albums like that. NF kills him on fucking sales. Like
pure sales.
Pure sales, yes. Because even though Scorpion was the highest fucking selling album of that year in 2018 or whatever, right? Eminem's Kamikaze outsold him just off pure sales. I saw that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just off pure sales, he was the highest selling rapper. So it's
that makes sense too. Eminem's fan base is used to going to the store to buying albums.
No, that's true.
You gotta remember the pure sales. NF's fans are probably the kids of the quote unquote hip hop heads. So they were probably going with their parents and their uncles to hip hop shops, and buying records because NF isn't. You gotta remember, there's no disrespect. Yeah, it's just perspective. NF is more of the underground, so the underground artists are more traditional in their art. Yes. So you're used to going. It's the crates at the.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The crate mindset.
Yeah.
We go support them physically.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just wild when this mixtape or album, what the fuck you want to call this shit?
It's
dropped.
A project, bro. Just call them all of them are projects, bro.
Whatever. When that shit dropped, I saw it was #1 in it was #1 on iTunes in the US and other countries all around the world. And I was just like, it's one of those like I see it. Yeah. And it's just like, y'all better watch him. Because if he decides, you know what, I'm going to test my luck and go against Arbery, and it's close, that would be pretty spooky to see. And that will make everyone lose their mind. I don't think the machine will let that happen.
Yeah, no.
I just miss the whole process of developing an artist. Developing an artist and what I mean by that is, you know, they drop 2 or 3 records. One record's a 4-star. One's a 3-star, 3.5, and then they get that one record, and it's like, oh, development's over. Okay,
you're a star.
They got it. Now, the industry's just become, okay, are you a star now?
Are you viral?
Are you viral?
Yeah.
I missed the
Yeah.
whole development
Yeah.
stage. So when it gets to the point where they release music fewer and fewer, you can appreciate the process of what they went through. I mean, you go back and look at all great acts. There's really only a small percentage of those acts where from the time they started to the time when they started slowing down, like they just dropped nonstop fire. There's some duds in the majority of Legends catalogs.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just all about how the development of it all. Like, again, I love correlating it back to basketball just because rap for me is the most closest thing to basketball because it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's you and the microphone.
Right.
Who's coming out on top? Like, who's going to fold under pressure?
Yeah.
So there's going to be games, there's going to be seasons where one player just don't have it that season. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, it was off. Is this who you are, or was it just a setback and you're coming for a comeback? Because there's definitely been some artists that have, like, just when you're ready to count them out, like, oh, I didn't know they could come back with that.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. What else you got?
I'm trying to think of an artist
Right.
like that. Like when their first album dropped, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. And then when they dropped that sophomore album, I'm like, oh, so you're here to stay? Oh, you're here to stay? Okay. Yeah. I was like DMX when he dropped 2 albums in one fucking year. Like, and they all both of them went platinum the same year.
DMX being the undisputed rap act of 1998 is so fucking impressive when you just factor in 1998.
Like who was around? You're saying, right? Like,
Everybody that dropped that year.
Jay-Z
Yeah.
dropped that year, right? Hard
Lauryn
Knock
Hill
Life.
dropped that year.
Jay-Z.
Outkast dropped that
Hard
year.
Knock
Right.
Life.
Right.
Dropped
Clem
that
and I
year.
dropped that year. You know what I'm saying?
And then Buzzy
Tribe
just heard
Called
it
Quest,
this
if I'm not
year.
mistaken,
Yeah.
dropped that year.
Well, who else dropped?
A Tribe Called Quest, if I'm not mistaken, dropped that
Yeah,
year.
but DMX dropped 2 albums.
Method Man dropped.
I was about to say, didn't like the whole Def Jam roster at that
They,
time
yeah,
drop?
they were pretty
basically?
much dropping. Corrupt drop.
And that's one thing. And that's one thing I was gonna go back when they always said Jay-Z was always they always try to do revised history when it comes to Jay-Z.
Hold on.
No.
Going, right?
No, the fuck he wasn't.
They always keep thinking like he was the undisputed king throughout his whole career from '98 to now, and I'm like,
You mean 96?
Shit, yeah, I'll say
96.
I'll say about I'll say '98.
Well, no, 96 is when Reasonable Doubt came out.
I know
Yeah.
I want to say, but when Hard Knock Life, when he was commercial success and shit like that.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about that route? Okay.
Yeah,
got
but
it.
they always say like he was always the #1 rapper of that time period, and I was like, no, he was not. I
Nah.
was around that time period. It wasn't. Jay-Z was second best at best, maybe even third. Like even during the Black Album, like the Blueprint era and shit like that, he wasn't #1. That was like he even said only people selling units is M, Pimp Juice, and us. It was Eminem and Nelly, and then him, and he was third. Maybe shit. I don't even say he was third. I just remember that.
See, I like comparing Wayne to Kobe just because, literally,
I mean, that's the
Kobe
perfect
was
comparison.
Kobe was the youngest, Wayne was the youngest. Like,
Yeah.
their trajectory in that sense is why I compare them. But Jay is the only other person that I entertain the comparison. Who would be his baller counterpart? I would compare it with Kobe because Kobe was always in the midst of, okay, it's Kobe, but there's still Iverson, there's still Tracy,
Still Jordan.
there's still Jordan was gone.
Oh,
by
you
then.
mean going Jordan gone? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kobe was the one that had the ethic to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
He was always great,
Yeah.
but so was everybody else. So what separated Kobe was the nonstop work ethic.
Yeah. The work, just the work he put in.
Right.
Yeah.
That was Jay-Z.
So Jay is similar to that because again, we still tripping off of Jay's verses that he drops now.
Yeah.
What did Kobe do in his last game?
Dropped 60.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
from that perspective, that
I'll say this.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, no, that's Jay was never undisputed top in the game
Never.
Nah.
And y'all, I don't give a fuck what any old fan says.
until later.
No, until Black Album when he said he was going to retire, and that's when everyone started appreciating him.
But see, even then,
Even me.
you can't fully say it because 50 dropped that same year.
Yeah.
But I know 50 dropped that same year. But when the headline was, "Oh my God, this is Jay-Z's last album," I remember that year. I remember everyone saying, "Oh, this is Jay's last year. It's gonna be his last. He's the king of rap." Blah 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 blah. He can't leave us like that. Da 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 da. and they were looking at him like he was the king. I will not forget that. And I'm like, wow, y'all love Hov like that?
See,
that's how I remember it.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I feel like that was just an East Coast thing more than anything.
I know, but they made it look like it was global.
And let me rephrase that. Maybe not even the East Coast, but just a strictly New York thing.
Mm-hmm.
It took a long time for Jay to pop off out here on the West Coast.
Oh, I know.
It took a long, especially up here in the Bay Area. Everybody remembers Trill TV.
Yes.
That one scene in Trill TV.
What one scene? I don't remember.
I'm going back to Cali, but you're leaving in a body bag.
Yep.
What preceded that first was we don't fuck with Jay-Z like that out here.
Yep.
I don't know. I never saw it.
Go watch Trill TV.
You gotta watch that shit.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed you said that as a fellow pedestrian.
But I do know that out here in the Bay, they didn't like Hov like that. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, he wasn't rocked with like that until
after Black Album.
Now, I wouldn't even say that, bro.
When?
I would say it took until probably
Blueprint.
I would say until probably Blueprint 3.
Yeah.
When it really became cool for him, like people start rocking out here.
Yes.
It was not common for him. It was not common for people to be blasting Jay-Z like that out here.
Unless it was like the singles, like, you know, singles.
Nobody was blasting a full-fledged album.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
For me, I enjoy Black Album. But for me, it didn't really connect with me until American Gangster came out. And by that time, it was 2007. And I was in college.
I'll agree with you on that. Even from my end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it didn't connect with me until then.
Yeah.
To me, I didn't appreciate Hov until I watched the Ultimate Album documentary on Reasonable Doubt. And he literally broke down the album track for track. And I'm like, okay, let me go back and re-listen to that shit. And I re-listened to it. I'm like, wow, this album is great. Then you look what dropped in 96. That album never had a fucking chance. All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli and fucking who else dropped in 96?
It's the same thing. The same thing that happened to him in 98 happened in 96.
That was his whole
DMX
career.
dropped
That's
the 2.
literally his whole
Pac
career.
dropped 2 and Pac dropped 1 after he had been gone for a few months.
Yeah.
Right.
The Fugees dropped.
He was lost in. He had no chance. He was lost in the sauce.
Outkast still dropped.
Illmatic dropped that year.
No, not Illmatic. It was written dropped.
It was written. Yeah. He had no chance. He had no chance.
UGK was about the same range and didn't have a big of a name, but UGK in the South, like people weren't gonna pick Jay over UGK, especially in Texas.
That wasn't gonna take place. Regionally, hell no.
Yeah, so he was going up against mainstream and he was going up against the regionals.
Yeah. He didn't have a chance. And then even during M's fucking run and all that shit, people tried to put Jay over M. And I'm like, there's a reason why on Renegade, M was the only featured rapper on there. Because M was the only one popping during that time period. Yeah. And come on, people. Like, use your common sense.
All the other rappers he had on there were singing girls, girls, girls.
Yeah, in the background, yeah. Yeah. I remember that, and I love Hov. Don't get me wrong, but they try to revise history when it comes to him, and it gets very, very annoying when they do that.
But that's why
my whole thing is this, though, real quick. I don't think that they're trying to revise history. I think they're just trying to explain their history. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think they're trying to revise it.
I think they're trying to revise.
You think so? Really?
Yeah.
Take it to that fucking level?
Yes. They really want to paint Hov like he was talked amongst the greats when Pac and Big and all them out. They said Jay-Z was like literally right by them.
Hell no! You fucking serious?
It's the same way that what happened after Kobe had passed. All of a sudden, ESPN wants to put him in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, y'all motherfuckers did everything in your power to keep him as far away from the top 10. I remember what happened is last year, you wanted to rank him number 93 in that season. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that was the year that he got hurt, so I kind of...
Give me Kobe on one leg.
Whatever.
Ahead of...
He's still better than a lot of people.
And let's also keep it funky.
I know that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And let's also keep it funky. I don't think up to 96 to, I guess, probably when American Gangster came out.
Which was 2007.
He never had the album of the year. I'm trying to really think. Did he ever have the album of the year those years?
He was always in contention.
Yeah, his shit was always up there.
That's his saving. See, that's his saving grace, and I don't like them trying to revive history, but at least it's understandable.
Yeah,
because he was always there.
Yeah.
He like that, you can't take that away from Jay. He was at least always there.
He was like Triple
and then
H.
when everybody started fading out, he just got better.
Yes.
So then it became okay. Now he's the go-to. He's the top dog because he was like. It would be like where my mind's at right now. It's just because of movies. It's like a mafia movie.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
You're not the top don in the circle, but because you outlived everybody,
you know,
and you made it, they look at you different after you made it. But when you were on the process, they didn't look at you like that.
You know who Jay-Z is? If we talking wrestling, he's Triple H.
Yeah.
If you really think about that shit, he's Triple H. He lasted longer than all his predecessors. He played the game long enough, and now he's literally running the whole shit. That's Jay-Z. Jay-Z's Triple H.
Easy.
But he never was the top guy. It was always Austin and Rock and shit, and you were just
Foley.
but you were always there. Like he was always there at the end of the day.
I mean, think about it. Think about it. Rock and Austin were running that shit, but
Triple H was always the bad guy.
I wouldn't even say Triple H. DX. Rockefeller.
Yeah, the Rockefeller. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
hip hop is wrestling.
Yeah. And then when it came back to years later, it's just them as a duo, Jay and Kanye.
Watch the Throne. Yep.
Triple H and Sean.
Yeah, Triple H and Sean. Yeah, Watch the Throne.
You know what I'm saying? So his career follows definitely along the lines
Triple
of
H.
Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain.
Stephanie runs the shit. Like, he aligned himself with the right.
He got with the right people.
Yeah,
and
he played the game.
Crazy.
Yeah,
just like that. Hove and Triple H played the game. No pun intended.
Hove H.
Triple A. Hove. Triple Hove.
Triple Hove.
Hove.
But yeah, man.
But see, that's what makes his career so
interesting.
That's why to me he's the best that's ever done it in terms of just. I'm not talking about just in rapping skill. I'm talking about career overall. He's the best because you saw the development. I put a lot into development.
Right.
If you're a star when you start, cool. Be that. I have a lot more interest in the guy that's got to fight his way for playing time off the bench, and by the time he retires, it's an undisputed Hall of Fame career. So I connect with that more.
Right.
So Jay, to me, he fits that to a T because again, Pac is my favorite rapper.
But Hove's the GOAT.
Hove is the GOAT because longevity counts.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And granted, Pac, it wasn't by his choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The fact still remains.
It will still cut short.
You have half of a decade, and you got Jay, who's in multiple decades.
Yeah. Biggie died too after just 2 albums.
Right.
So do you think Drake's going to have that type of Hove-like career? You think he going to last?
People are going to change the narrative for sure.
They're going to revise history
Jay.
like a
But see, and I'm not going to get upset with it because they're doing it for Jay. They're always going to do it for the rapper that has the most longevity. And then when in terms of Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, Drake's going to have the longest because those two just... They have a... I'm not going to say Drake doesn't have a love for what he does because you have to. His road there could be questionable.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you look at him and what he does, you can tell he loves what he does. So you can never take it away from him. Cole and Kendrick love what they do, but they love it only when it's time and
to keep the lights on.
No, and I'm probably wording it wrong. When it's time to work, yes, put the spotlight on me. But when I don't have anything, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to be in the limelight.
No, I get you.
As a result of that, the two of them, it looks like they're reaching the final points of their careers. Not to say that they're not going to release music.
Yeah.
It's just at the clip that they're releasing it,
it's
likely going to be EPs and
right.
They're reaching that point.
Right.
Drake's, it looks like
he got a few more albums left in him.
It looks like he can make it. Going the full-fledged of the decade isn't as irrational to say now because of Jay.
Yeah.
It's possible to see that Drake goes the entire decade. I'll at least give him to halfway before things,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, give him until 2025.
around that range.
I think he got 3 more in him after this.
Right, so it all depends on the timing of when he drops it. But as a result of the aforementioned 2 wanting to remove themselves from the public eye.
Yeah.
That narrative is going to be there. And I'm not going to fault people for it because that's all they see.
Kendrick is so low key right now. People forget that he's around, dog. That's like the craziest part. Like, he's so out the spotlight. I was like, is he still around?
People forget that he was actually on a record last year when he was on Showstop.
Showstopper?
Showstop.
The
Reasons
Reason
record.
shit.
Oh, Reason,
But he
yeah.
just did the ad
Yeah,
libs kind of.
he wasn't featured.
Yeah, or fucking who else? J. Cole too. Like, I forgot he dropped 2 records last
Right.
year. Because he literally dropped those 2 records and then disappeared and just started selling shoes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I bought both of them.
Hey, that's a thing. But yeah, man, that whole Drake, all the longevity, triple hove, shit,
Triple
man.
Hove.
Yeah, no, the longevity always it's gonna play a role. The longevity always, you know what it is, and it's not even just in music. It's with everything. If you think about it,
Yeah,
longevity allows you to become a myth
yeah, that's
Yeah.
real.
because now the stories change, and now it's like, oh, I always fucked with them from jump.
That's how I felt about. That's how I felt about Future, 2 Chainz, and Rick Ross. I didn't think they were gonna. I didn't think those 3 were gonna last. I looked at them like, they ain't gonna last, and then years
Future,
later,
hell no to me. Like,
Yeah, see, I agree with
honestly,
Martine.
nah.
The reason why I disagree only with Future is
for
because,
me on the first part.
yeah. The only reason why I disagree with that, and it's not a bad.
Yeah.
I just knew the history of Future. I knew he was 2nd generation Dungeon Family.
Oh, you're
So-
saying you thought he was gonna succeed?
No,
I
knew.
was agreeing with him.
Oh no,
about Future.
I knew he was gonna succeed, just
Yeah.
not to this level.
Okay.
I knew he
Oh,
had.
okay,
I
okay,
knew
okay,
he,
okay. Yeah.
I knew because I was on the mixtapes.
Right.
So everything leading up to Pluto,
Yeah.
the mixtapes were buzzing.
Yeah.
Like, so
for sure.
I found out through the tapes, and even though I wasn't big on him until he got to the next wave of tapes, which is of course the big 3 leading into Dirty Sprite 2.
Right.
I knew of what was going around. Like, I don't like. I'm still on Honest. Was the album Honest or Honesty?
Honest.
But when Dope came out, I was like, yep.
Y'all nigga move that
Okay. I
up.
was like, yep.
Yeah.
It's right there. So
For
I don't
sure.
know what he needs to do to fix it, but it's right there.
Yeah, but
and then he went on the mixtape run, and nothing was the same after that.
With Future, the reason why I didn't think it was just gonna catch on was because he was just so heavy with the auto tune. You know what I mean? Like, and at that time, it was kind of like,
Yeah.
nobody was really fucking with it that heavy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So when I heard that shit, I was just like, oh, this fool only sounds good because of the auto tune. Like,
Right.
you know, he didn't get really. He didn't do that his whole career.
Yeah.
How long is his career really gonna be? You know, that's the way I was looking at it and shit. Once I realized how polished he got with it though, it changed my perspective on his music overall. I was like, oh, okay,
But that's how I felt.
I
That's-
see what you're doing.
That's how I felt. Like, I look at Ross, 2 Chainz, even Young Thug, and
was about to say.
Future.
Young Thug for sure. I
I
didn't see
did
that
not
shit
think
happening.
those. I didn't think those. I thought they were just a fad and they were gonna fade out.
Yeah.
But now that they're still here, I'll admit I was wrong about all of them. I was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, you guys are still here. Okay.
Yeah, like, yeah. I was telling my homeboy this.
Yeah.
I saw my homeboy this the other day because a snippet came out. A Young Thug snippet came out, and he was just like, "Bro, this is a snippet." He's like, "I just don't know how he does this shit still." Like, he says absolutely nothing, but it's a hit.
Yep.
And when he said that, I was like, "Bro, there's really only 3 guys that can like realistically do that sound, and it doesn't matter what they say, it's gonna pop off." I was like, "It's Thug, it's Future, and it's Chris." Like, they're so in tune with melody
Yeah.
that it's scary
Yeah.
because they like there's definitely songs where the bass hits and you just don't necessarily hear everything that Future's saying, but the melody, it's like, I know what he's saying is good,
Yeah.
so let it run.
Like, it sounds good. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, and like, and we've all said Chris Brown's the ultimate cheat code. Whatever
Right.
he does, it's like it's Chris. Like, he don't even get a beat. The whole thing is a Chris Brown production.
Seriously.
No, seriously though.
That's just the wild thing about all this, man.
Yeah, no, I went back and I did a not a full-fledged binge, but I went back and I just kind of played a Young Thug playlist.
Wow, I never thought I hear you say that.
People change with maturity.
Yeah, I know,
Grow
man.
older,
I was
Yeah,
gonna say too,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it went along with his music because
Yeah.
it didn't start off great, but now it's
Right.
at a
And
level
you
where
gotta
it's
remember,
definitely listenable.
You gotta remember too,
If
before
nothing else.
before the BET shit happened, I was on Young Thug with Danny Glover, with
yeah.
Stoner. Like, I was on him. It was just that
I think-
the theatrics that he was
Yeah,
doing.
when he
It-
calmed down
yeah.
with the dress wearing and shit like that, when he finally gave up all the gimmicks and just focused on the music.
yeah, when he just
Oh
started,
yeah, yep.
When he started doing
Yep,
that,
yep.
that's when I started listening to him. I'm
Same
like,
here.
oh, okay, you
Yeah.
are cool. All right,
Yep.
and he was great with features. So it's like, come on Travis Scott with fucking Maria, I'm Drunk.
Oh my god, when when he went on fucking If It Ain't About the Money.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
See, that was the reason why I was irritated with him. I liked them.
Yeah.
I like them on features. If it ain't about the money, I still play that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
So
it's just hard as fuck.
Yeah, but no, I went back and listened to a playlist, and it was just like, man, how? How? It's not even a how in a bad way. It's just, how do you do this?
I just can't listen to a full album of him. Cause
like it's gotta be, it's gotta be in spurts. But even then, like I could run a playlist.
Yeah, you can make a playlist of his shit.
Nah, I listened to his last album. Was it
Last
like
album for sure.
the green one?
Yeah,
it was like
the one that J. Cole executive produced.
Yeah, that
called?
shit.
Good Life. My Life is Good. Some shit.
I forgot what the fuck it was called, bro. But
that was good.
I'll find it on Apple Music. And it's like, okay,
that album
let's
was
go.
good.
Yeah, I remember I was
You know
listening to it. I was like, it's cool. I was like, okay. But yeah, but music, man. It's just, back to my other topic. Somebody drop, please.
Yeah, we say all that to say this.
Yeah, for real.
Somebody drop.
All them tangents to say this.
Anyway,
Drop your shit. Speaking of development,
Snowfall.
bring your ass to the stage.
Somebody did this.
There, them niggas go right there.
That was good.
I love that one.
But ever since then, we need to have a conversation
Well, yeah,
about
that was a
Snowfall.
clue of what was to come when
right.
he said that.
Because you notice we ain't talked about it how we anticipated talking about. We didn't even talk about it last week.
Yeah. Now shit's getting. Franklin's looking kind of funny in the light.
Well, I'm not even talking about the story anymore.
Oh, just the whole.
I'm
show.
talking about the writing.
Oh, it's getting very
Snowfall
big, rich town,
is
huh?
Snowfall's getting real powerish, and I don't like it.
It's a big rich town.
See, when Courtney Kemp does what she does, it's cool. I
Because they
get
set
it.
it up from jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew what you get yourself into
Yeah,
from the
you
very
knew
first
that-
episode.
You knew that their universe was probably in the same universe as the Fast and Furious franchise. Shit just didn't make sense, but fuck it, we go with it.
Like, fuck
It all
it.
took place in
Why
8
not?
months. It all took place in 8 months too.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. The whole series of Power Book 1, 8 months. So Tariq became like a little boy to a grown man in 8 months. Yup.
That's crazy. Time flies, man.
I know,
But
right?
we need to talk about some things about the writing in this. Okay, so the women kidnap Fatback and do what they do to him.
Samurai his Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon his ass up.
Yeah.
Sliced him, diced his
Slice,
ass.
they did all that. All right. How them bitches get that fat nigga back to the club?
He lost a lot
no
of
issue. Nobody
lost a
saw
lot
them.
of blood, and he lost
a lot
the
of
weight.
blood. No. You saw that nigga laid out in the club. Looked like he just had a double cheeseburger with bacon.
Yeah, just dropped his ass in there.
How did they do that? Because that doesn't make sense. How'd they
Okay.
get the body there? And Scully just got $1 million just laying around the crib just like that. When she went to him and she said, I need a lot of money and I don't need any questions why. Like, he just gonna give over... remember, the bail was $1 million, so that's $100,000. They just got $100,000 just stashed at any time's
given
notice.
moment, yeah.
For shit like that. Because you have to sign over so they can trace back where the fucking money comes from.
Yeah, and then also,
Shit.
why didn't Franklin tell Fatback, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't he tell him,
The lawyer will
I
get
have
you."
my lawyer on my way to let you go. And Fatback should have he should have just told him that, so when Fatback saw the bitches, he should have just been like, no, I'm good.
I'm going back inside to wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wait. But no, Franklin didn't want to tell him that. He kept him in the dark, which made no fucking sense. And then you're gonna tell him, we need to take the fall, guy. Or he
I understood that.
Yeah, I get it. You know, and he was
That
like,
made sense.
but Franklin should have just let him know, I have a lawyer to get you out, so just chill for a bit.
Yeah.
That's all he had to tell
Yeah,
him.
just go in, you'll sit there for the night, the lawyer will come pick you up by the end of the night.
A white boy lawyer. He had to be very specific with
Yeah.
him. But that made too much sense.
Leon, what was it, when episode 3 or 5? Because
Yeah,
that was
Brady.
after the shooting.
Yeah.
When episode 5 hit,
He had to braid his hair.
they sent his mom, Franklin's mom, over to go braid his hair.
Yep.
You gotta stay low profile, they're looking for you right now.
That was episode
Right.
4. That's when they braided his hair.
No, episode 4 is when he shot the girl.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Episode 5. Episode 6, they put this nigga back in the projects, hair all the way out,
Fluffy
as
as-
if they ain't even looking for him.
Looking very
Okay.
Jackson 5-ish.
Okay.
Matter of
Okay.
fact, Busby, did his afro not look bigger than what it was before
It
they
looked
braided
very
it?
Huey Freeman.
Okay.
It was growing in the braids,
Yeah.
bro. That's what happens.
Full bounty on his head, and he's just walking around the project.
Just walking around the hood.
Shit.
Just like nothing's going on.
Fuck
All
out
right.
of here.
Nobody has it in them, especially Uncle Jerome. Nobody got it in them to just kick Franklin's cane
Well, every time
after
he
he
talks
keeps
shit.
saying shit. You know what? Fuck you. Just kick the cane. You're just gonna let a motherfucker on a
your life.
cane just dictate everything that goes. I will say this: the funniest part was after. It wasn't funny that Fatback got, but the funny part was how Leon reacted. And Peaches was trying to calm him down. And he goes, "The fuck off me, bitch, nigga!" And Peaches looks at Franklin like, "Better tell him. Better watch him." I thought, when I saw it, I thought D-Ray forgot they were filming.
I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker up. Better talk to him. Talk to him.
Yeah, no. Franklin just being able to do whatever the hell he wants to do with a cane.
See, at one point,
I'm not buying it.
At one point, this show was on its way to where fucking Breaking Bad was gonna be at.
I got more.
It was. I know you got more, but I'm about to say it was about to surpass Breaking Bad. But then when John Singleton died, God bless the dead, that's when stuff is getting funny now. Now go on.
Reed.
Who's Reed?
The CIA agent.
Not him.
This motherfucker got drunk, and understandably for his storyline.
Yeah.
He's fucked up and he's drunk and all that. Cool. Like, he's just a complete mess.
Yeah.
But he's not a mess enough to go do some fucking Splinter Cell mission and shit to go infiltrate to figure out where his money is. And then when the La Policia shows up, he just
goes out the window.
Conveniently, quietly creeps out a window and nobody notices at all.
Yeah,
you mean tell me he's been drunk this entire time, fucked up on everything.
The adrenaline.
He's so precise now.
The adrenaline.
He's so clear cut.
White boy adrenaline, man. I don't know.
I'm not rocking with it, man.
I don't know.
Man boy. Let's talk about Man Boy. Man Boy, so useful.
Who's Man Boy again?
The brother.
Yeah, okay.
Man Boy, useful in season 3. Now he don't know what's going on in his own hood.
He really doesn't.
Now he can't find Leon.
At all.
But he can find everybody and anybody.
But
before.
he can't find
Now
Leon.
he can't find Leon with the big ass afro.
Shit.
Literally walking around the
looking
projects.
like how he used to look.
Yeah.
Just come on, man.
I mean, this show is going down. You said it's getting.
I'm gonna rock with it because they got cleared for season 5, so I'm gonna rock with it. But I'm just
the dad irritated me when he decided to snitch to the reporter.
Dad.
Because the episode's about to air right now, and we're still recording.
Yeah, as we're recording, we're through 6 episodes. So by the time this airs, the 7th will have already been out.
So I just want to see where this is going because that article is about to get published, and the dad snitched on everybody.
Yeah, and what's stopping her from putting the names out?
But why did he do that? Why did he do that?
Calvin always been a bitch.
God damn it, Calvin.
Like, well, I'm just really thinking, like, why did you? It didn't make sense. Like,
Do you expect anything else from Kermit?
Kermit who?
When Rico ran up and drove up on him, and he goes, "Hey, what's it go up, Kermit? Black, 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 black."
Oh my god.
You expect anything else from Kermit?
Nah. I mean, rest in peace, John Singleton. I don't know what this. They signed up for another
Uncle
season.
Uncle Jerome's storyline is
I don't even know what to say.
even Uncle Jerome's storyline is weird.
The whole show is kind of
Like they go to Little Rock and now he gets upset because he's the last one to find out about Reed being CIA, and it's like,
yeah.
all right, I guess.
I guess you need to know. Whatever.
Wanda's clean, but for how long? And will she turn?
She might die. She might get shot.
Yeah.
A lot of these characters are expendable. Sometimes I wonder why you keep having them around. Like, some of these motherfuckers should have been shot out and killed already. But whatever.
And they got a whole new crew now. Oh, and that's another thing. They're going to pick a fiend to go put the gun on Leon.
Yeah!
And then out of nowhere, the nerdy nigga with his afro, he comes up, and then Leon just goes, "Next time you need money, just fucking ask." He's just going to give her some money.
That made no sense to me. I saw that like, what? Okay.
I was like, all right, bro. All right.
Let's
get to the season
So
finale.
you're pretty. Yeah, you're right below Breaking Bad. You thought you could go up to I thought people would say this might surpass Breaking Bad. No, Breaking Bad. All their episodes, some of them was kind of in fantasy, but it was like a habitual line stepper. They just kind of crossed the line, but they kept it in reality. Breaking Bad had everything was consistent, and we weren't lost about what was going on. Soon as we got into season 5, right? We're in season 4 or season 5?
Snowfall?
Yeah.
Season 4.
Yeah, as soon as we got into season 4, all of a sudden Leon and Franklin have beef, and we don't know what happened.
They never explained anything.
We have to, someone explain it to me about what happened, but
and you know what it is? I'm sure it's going to pop up in either episode 9 or the season finale. I'm sure that whole episode is just going to be like the end of season 3.
Yeah.
Where it's the alternative, what if Franklin went to college?
Yeah.
I bet that episode's going to explain what the hell happened in between the seasons.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, why didn't you guys just do this in episode 1?
Seriously.
It would have saved a whole lot of shit.
Saved a whole lot of time. Whatever. We got Kuzma and Kevin Durant right there for prime time. That's sad.
Yeah.
Same for the finals.
I mean, y'all can come. Yeah, come to my house for WrestleMania. That's happening.
But if I wasn't working,
yeah,
I would.
That was sad to look at. I looked at that graphic. I was like, you saw Kevin Durant, and I was like, and Kuzma.
Bro,
If
last
I didn't plan
time
on being sick, maybe.
last time I saw Devin Booker and fucking was it Dennis Schroeder, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah, but I'm
LeBron,
Snowfall.
hurry your ass up. Shit.
I'm on the opposite spectrum. I'm like, yo, man, y'all take as much time as you want.
Yeah.
The lower
But
we
if-
go in the
if
standings,
we
the more
win
I
enough-
laugh.
But if we win, like, if we let me phrase that, if we're winning enough to stay in playoff contention, cool. Take their time. I got no issue with it because no matter where we are, I feel confident. You know what I mean? As soon as they get back. But if we just so happen to be like teetering on the edge,
Nah, fam, I
Y'all ain't the Warriors.
I kind of want.
I'm just saying. No, I know we ain't the Warriors. I mean,
I kind of want us to beat the 10 seed.
So you can go against
I
Utah.
kind of want us to beat the 10
careful what
seed.
you wish
just
for.
because. No, understand. You're putting a team that, when healthy, is a number 1 seed.
I get
There's
you.
no difference at that point.
I get you.
I kind of want us to beat the 10 seed and just make history. This is the lowest seed that ever won a title.
that would be funny
That's
as
some
fuck.
funny shit.
Like that would seriously be
think about
funny
it. We
as
have
shit,
to
bro.
we have to play a playing game, and not only do we have to play a playing game, we have to play a second playing game because of the rules of when you're that low.
And
Yeah.
the fans are back in the stands.
Then you get those going. Then you got to play the number 1 seed, which then becomes an underdog.
Yes.
Because you're going against the healthy LeBron and AD led team that just got Andre Drummond.
Yes.
Then you go to the next round. Every high seed becomes an underdog against us. Do you know what that means, Martine? Pull out the We Believe. We Believe Lakers. Pull it out.
Oh my
Never
god.
letting that go. You guys
Pull
are
it out!
You guys are never let. That's what she said. Pull it out!
Actually, no, she didn't. But anyway.
I want a We Believe season.
Bruh,
Even when the world knows it's not that.
Yeah,
but
nah,
from my
nah,
perspective,
serious.
hey, we're the
Yeah.
10th seed.
we're the 10th seed. We
Yeah.
could really, like, pull from that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? For real.
Again, like, it should just be funny. Hey, Utah Jazz, you did such a good job this year. You guys grew and improved. You got the number 1 seed. Your first round matchup is the Lakers.
A healthy Los Angeles Lakers.
With LeBron, AD.
You know what you want against the Monstars. Good luck. Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, but nah, as long as we in contention, I'm cool. Like,
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying.
it's already going to be the point in about 2 or 3 weeks. One of them's going to be back at the very least. If
for
not
sure.
both of them. Like, we're already in week
Yeah.
3 of LeBron's diagnosis.
Yeah, he was on Twitter going like, I'm bored as fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
Nigga got so bored he took a picture of him, AD, and Andre Drummond, and he just tagged the Locks, and then he put Sheik Luch, Styles P, and Jadakiss and tagged them.
Yeah, he's bored.
is
He's
bored.
bored.
He's bored.
Like, he's just sitting there.
He's so bored he was actually sitting on the bench during the game last night.
What?
Get out the house.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it's a road trip, so they all left. But
Oh,
usually
damn.
LeBron is in the back.
Yeah.
No, LeBron was in the front kicking it on the court.
Wow.
Full hat on and
Yeah.
everything, just like
He's bored.
Yeah.
It's official.
I knew
Yeah.
I knew he was so bored when it was late in the game. Lakers had already gotten it wrapped up, and THT got called for a foul, and he went and walked to the halfway line. Braun got off the bench and met him there and was coaching.
Yeah, he was bored.
Damn.
I was like,
that's a whole
yeah.
nother level.
Yeah. And then I looked at his foot and I was like, the boot's off. All right, it's time. We get closer and closer.
He was probably warming up with them, maybe.
Nah,
Nah,
He's not
yet.
cleared for-
He's not. Yeah.
AD's the only one that's cleared, and he can't even do 5-on-5s yet.
Wow. It's just that waiting period y'all got.
Yeah, no, they're
Yep.
because everybody's overly cautious at this point. I get it.
Yep.
They said before yesterday's game against the Raptors, one of the insiders tweeted out there like, Lakers have officially held their 13th practice of the season today. They're just
Fucking what?
yeah, we have a month left in the season and they just have had their 13th practice. That's absurd.
That is ridiculous.
So at this point they're and I get it. They're overly cautious. Be overly cautious. Get them ready for the playoffs. It doesn't matter at this point. I don't care where we are in the seedings. Just get them healthy to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I was talking
love
to
our
Edgar.
like I
chances.
said, you know what I mean? As long
Yeah.
I
as
was
we're in
talking to Edgar
contention,
today.
that's all I give a
I was
fuck
talking to
about.
Edgar today. We were talking basketball. He was like, "Yeah, the way the Lakers are playing, guy, I don't think they might even make the playoffs." I'm like, "They're gonna make the playoffs, Edgar. They're going to make it. They're gonna probably go to the finals. Like, just get that out your mind. You sure, guy? Yes. And I'm not even a basketball fan telling you this. It's inevitable. They are Thanos. So who's gonna slice their head off?
Yeah.
It might be Brooklyn. Maybe we'll see. I want it to be. The whole world wants it to be Brooklyn and the Nets, but the Nets got to get there because you saw what happened with the Clippers. Huh?
Brooklyn is the Nets.
That's right. Brooklyn. I mean Brooklyn and LA. That's what I meant to say.
You know the way the Bucks have been playing lately. I don't know.
In a good way or bad way?
I mean,
In a very good way.
I was gonna say.
I don't know at this point. The East is very interesting.
I'm not sure about
that.
Bobby Portis, bro. Remember we were talking like good about him and shit. Did you see what Kelly Oubre did to him?
Oh, I don't care about that.
I was just like,
because you got to remember.
no.
You got to remember during the course of a season, there's multiple game plans.
Yeah, nah. I feel
In the
you.
playoffs,
I
there's
feel
one
you.
game plan, and the Nets really don't got nobody that can. Bobby Portis can move around the court, so he's gonna be the wild card.
Yeah.
On top of that, Giannis is playing a lot better.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday has his feet under him.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Middleton has set into that role where we need you to score here.
Yes.
Embiid just came back for the Sixers. They're nice too.
Huh. That's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
Nets are gonna have to see one of them to get to the conference finals. That's just how it's gonna go. Unless, of course, the seeding how it plays out, the Nets get number 1, Sixers and Bucks get 2 and 3. Then at that point they fight out for the conference. But how that dynamic's playing, if the Nets get 2, they're gonna have to see one of them to get to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Seriously.
If not both.
Right.
What we
So,
gonna see?
Yeah, we
Clash of the Titans. Oh yeah, speaking of that, you finally watched Godzilla vs Kong, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still wasn't.
Oh man.
No, I'm not mad.
The way you said it.
It still wasn't good, but I just couldn't help but laugh.
I told you,
when
it went 3 rounds.
No, it ain't even about the third round. When Godzilla went back and bent the block, whooped Kong's ass, and then he's like, "Oh no, I'm not done yet." And that nigga circled and hit a Yui, and Kong had to pretend he was dead.
And then he got up, looked at it, he's like, yeah, okay, that's what I fucking thought.
Yeah.
Just swam away.
Like he literally got up and literally
Kong just
circled back around the block just to make sure, nah, them niggas ain't dead. Go back around.
And I was like, oh, everyone turn the boats off, turn the power off, turn the power off. And
Yeah.
Kong's playing dead. Let's all play dead. And then Godzilla gets up out the water and stares at him like,
Yeah, no, for the movie, it's bad, but I'll give it 3 stars just for that.
just for that scene.
That was impeccable writing. He whooped his ass and then was just leaving and was like,
Nah, wait a minute.
nah, hold up, yo, hit that bitch real quick.
Swam his way ass around.
What kind of car would Godzilla be in to do a drive-by?
A coupe.
He got to be in something big body.
Yeah, nah, definitely. That's outside.
He got to be in something that lets you know he was there.
No.
Like Godzilla would be the type of person where he want the police to know that he did the drive-by.
He's doing it in a Phantom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With the windows up.
Yeah.
With the windows up. Like,
It ain't nothing clean and pristine. Like he in a Range Rover. He in a Jeep. He in something big body.
Fuck a G-Wagon.
Yeah. No, Jeep. Yeah.
G-Wagon. That's it.
No.
Godzilla wagon.
No, the part.
The G-Wagon.
The part during
G-Wagon.
the third time they fought when Godzilla fucked up King Kong and he put his foot on his damn chest and just leaned up.
Yeah.
And then they just word in each other's face, pretty much yelling truce. Truce? You good? Yeah, I'm good. It's like that scene from, what's it called? I'm Sorry to Bother You.
Yep.
That's what it was. It's like, you good? Yeah, I'm
Real
good.
pristine. Yeah.
Yeah,
You should
real
go out for drinks later.
And then they just stared at each other. He took his foot off his shit, like, all right, I'm done. And Kong trying to get up, and he just fainted.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. And then Mega Godzilla comes out and just whoops Godzilla's ass.
Yeah.
Choke slammed his ass, and then Kong comes up. It's like a whole it was like a handicap match. And as soon as he ripped over fucking Mega Godzilla's head and shit like that, all of a sudden Godzilla sized them up, and they were sizing each other. They was looking at each other, and it was like, yeah, I see you. And then just went their separate ways. Yeah, spoiler, I guess.
Big ass monsters gangbanging and shit.
Literally destroyed all of Tokyo. Like, everybody did.
Yeah, fuck everybody, right?
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Like, I was seeing all the buildings like crash and shit. I'm like, a lot of people are dead right there.
Yeah. Now you're second guessing it. They did.
They dead. It's like that Tokyo looked like Angel Grove by the time this shit was done. Yeah, man.
What else is there? So we talked about it a lot last week, so I'm not doing it just to touch base on it. I don't want to talk about it, but just to update. Yeah, that Deshaun Watson shit, I was dead wrong when that update first hit when we were ending that one episode. And I was like, I smell a smear campaign when I did.
yeah.
I was wrong.
Ain't no smear campaign.
This one got it's still a smear campaign, but this one got legs.
A lot of legs.
Beats by Dre.
Dr. Dre said, "I'm done."
Do you know what it takes? Do you know Dr. Dre's history? Do you know what it takes for him to be like, nah, we're going back?
To be fair, it is owned by Apple.
It's called Beats too.
Still named after Dre.
Still named after Dre, yes, for sure, but it's owned by Apple.
Yeah.
It was just funny. Yeah, they took away their endorsement, and Nike. Did you say Nike suspended their endorsement?
Suspended his
it.
endorsement for now.
Yeah.
Damn, it's looking spooky.
Two of the what do you call them? Because they're not plaintiffs yet, because they're not in court. Two of the accusers, they went public today.
Wow.
There's still no criminal case out, but the police department is getting involved now. I shouldn't say police department. Maybe it's just legal. Everything
people.
legal.
Legal
it's
team.
starting to take. So it's like it's one of
shit.
those like, ooh, all right.
Yeah, it's looking spooky now.
So now
No
it's
more
getting
jokes
close.
about this. Now it's time to just wait and see. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that be. We missed last week. The NFL's officially at 17 games a year now.
Yeah, they're no longer 8-8.
I'm sad about that.
I
Can't
know.
make cowboy
Yeah.
jokes no more.
Can't even make 7 and 9 jokes.
So
no
now
more, man.
I'm just curious how the Cowboys are gonna end now. You know what I mean?
Not in the playoffs,
That's right. No, well, obviously.
I mean, they got
But
7
still.
teams that get in the playoffs now. Shit,
but not them.
And they still not gonna make it. It's cool. It's cool.
That's gonna be their
You know what I'm
history.
saying? Like,
yeah,
it's
no,
cool.
but I didn't even realize the 20-game format has always been there. It's just been different.
The bye week.
Oh, yeah.
So no, just the overall.
No. He's talking about because it's always been 4 and 16.
But even
Oh,
then,
yeah,
even
now
then,
it's
when
gonna be
the
2 and
I didn't know
17.
this, when the season was only 14 games, they played 6 preseason games.
Oh,
It
no
was
shit.
6 preseason games.
Yeah,
Ugh,
and all the
yeah.
starters played
Oh, that's news
Back
to
in
me.
the day.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say back in the day, I could imagine all the starters
because all
playing
of them were
and shit.
plumbers in the off season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So they were getting the most bang out of their butt for
yeah,
in terms of what was going on.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it's always been a 20-game format. So in this instance, the 17 games means it's just 3 preseason games. I'm perfectly fine with that because the third preseason game is always the game that the starters do a dress rehearsal anyways.
Yep.
hey man,
They might switch that up though. Now that I'm thinking about it, like they might do
Yeah.
like the first week do the half type
Yeah.
shit, or maybe even 1 quarter.
Yeah.
Then the second week, that's the dress rehearsal. Then the third week is
You're
like,
right.
let's just get ready.
Either way, 4 games wasn't needed.
It really was.
Just
Yeah.
because it was just extra drag, just dragged on. But
No, definitely.
So who's gonna do hard? They didn't announce who's gonna be doing hard knocks.
they're
this
too
year.
early still.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
We're in April now, but it's like, they usually announce that like around what, June-ish?
Next month, May.
Yeah, maybe. That's
Because
when they
filming would have. That's what I'm saying. Filming would have already just started.
Yeah,
right now.
that's true.
They
That's
usually
true.
wait to get some footage in, and then that's when they
Come to
announce it.
Santa Clara, man, because we're gonna have a QB battle.
Nah, I'm sorry for Santa
maybe.
Clara. There ain't shit to show right now.
No. I mean, because right now they announced, like today, they announced that the Niners personnel is gonna go to the Justin Fields second pro day.
You know where I want them to go?
Well,
It makes all the sense. I want them to go to New Orleans.
the Saints?
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Jameis and Taysom Hill and shit. Yeah.
The life after Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And you're
That
in,
would make sense.
Yeah, and you're in salary cap hell.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like that makes
Well,
sense.
I think Breeze helped them out by taking that lower contract. No?
They're still $37 million.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. They're in the
God
cap.
damn.
Over the cap. That's why, yeah. Because when all this stuff before Watson came out, I was like, oh shit, they're in perfect play, and everybody hit me. They're like,
Nope.
they still $37 million over the cap. They can't do shit.
God.
And that's when I went with the joke. I was like, damn, they can only afford Mr. Randy Watson.
That's all they can get. Yeah. Breeze didn't help them.
Yeah.
So,
Sexual chocolates.
sexy chocolate.
What's his name? Dude from the Jets is now with the Panthers.
McDonald.
No, Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Yeah.
Darnold. Yeah.
I was shocking. I was shocked.
That one came
about
out of
it.
nowhere. I knew he was going to be gone soon, but that one did come out of nowhere.
So they're
Now,
going,
it's not even the fact that he's going there, but how little they got or
Yeah.
paid for him. You know what I mean? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like it was a 6th-round pick this year, and then a 2nd and 3rd next year. Like that ain't shit.
The Jets were ready to move on.
they're getting Trevor Lawrence. That's pretty much what that said.
No.
No.
Trevor Lawrence is going to Jacksonville.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is gonna be the number 1. They're
Yeah.
taking Zach Wilson and banking on Zach Wilson being the dude.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And meanwhile, the Niners.
Options.
Options.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Garoppolo from
I still want Justin Fields.
I think everyone does.
Yeah.
According to what reports are saying, they're saying Niners are willing to trade Garoppolo for a first round pick.
See, that's one I have an issue with. It's not necessarily the high value that they put on him or whatever, but you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that.
No.
And especially after what Sam Darnold got in return, or what the Jets got in return for Sam Darnold, I should say.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, the market isn't that no more.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they put that out there. Sam Darnold got traded. It changed the market.
Yeah.
Again, you always go with your highest wants first.
Right.
You never shoot low, because if you shoot low, then people are going to shoot lower. So you put it up high first. When the draft comes around, they start getting more serious. The price starts dropping down. Eventually, at that point, if they get the quarterback that they want, things are going to change, because they just got some backup that we signed earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that. It's from someone from the Eagles, right?
Wait,
Yeah, it was
what?
like the Eagles backup or something like that.
I forgot.
So,
who
like,
it
they're
was,
already
yeah.
making moves that I don't think Jimmy G's going to make it to
Training camp? Yeah.
We'll see about that one, bro.
we're
I don't
gonna
know.
Now, if he does, cool. Like, I'm not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not.
They got solid
I'm not
backups
against
now.
anything.
Me
I just
either.
know the clock is ticking on Jimmy G.
Tick, tick, tick.
That's all that.
And he knows it too, so he's played it day by day. He wants to
Yeah.
see what's gonna happen. If anything, I can see him with the Patriots again. Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
Nah, they already said it wasn't.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah, Patriots already came out and said that it wasn't gonna take
I don't
place.
think that. Well, I say he got one more season left. That's how I feel.
What else is there? CT Records strikes again.
Somebody did this.
Brandon Marshall.
Loud and wrong, boy.
Oh my god. So Brandon Marshall. Have you guys ever watched I Am Athlete, the
I only
podcast?
see the clips.
I highly
Is it on
recommend it.
Showtime?
Yeah, but it's also on audio too. So
Okay, yeah.
it's everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
I highly recommend it.
I
It is
keep hearing
really
a lot of
well
great
put
shit.
together.
But that
For
clip-
those who don't know, it's 4 former NFL players. They come together. They talk about life, including that of which they just left as professionals. All of their wives and significant others, they have their own podcast.
Wow.
In addition to that, which it kind of tailors to them as their roles to the in their lives and just how they maneuver.
Yeah.
It's a really good franchise dynamic. Brandon Marshall
he just went full retard. Like it was so cringy watching the clip, because he got up and was yelling because he felt in his soul he was right. It's like that nigga in the barbershop, like just yelling.
It was
shit.
good. Yeah, it was a good barbershop take.
It was yelling because he felt he was right, and Chad Johnson and everyone was looking at him like, "No, bro, you are wrong." What they were talking about is that he said nobody in the NBA have guaranteed contracts.
Yeah, they were talking about the pay structures between the NFL and the NBA, and obviously the guaranteed contracts. And that's when Brandon Marshall said, well, outside the top 4 on the team, everybody else's contracts ain't guaranteed. You can cut them, they ain't getting paid. And it was like,
No.
I was like, this
Bro.
nigga definitely don't look at Twitter during NBA free agency, because that's the running joke. It's that the elite quarterbacks got to fight to get the 60 million guaranteed or whatever guaranteed, and the 7th or 8th guy off the NBA bench gets that in his fucking contract just for signing a 3-year contract.
Exactly.
It made no sense.
Oh, he got a 3-year contract for 60 million. It's all guaranteed.
Like, dude, it's
He's the 8th guy on the
Like,
team.
Dog, every contract is guaranteed
Yeah.
in the NBA. Let me just make that clear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, every
even
single
in baseball,
one.
right? Even in Major League
Even in
Baseball,
Baseball,
baseball and NBA are the only for sure guaranteed. I think in hockey it's guaranteed, but there's stipulations if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So and then he was just so adamant. He felt in his soul that nobody in the NBA,
Or aside from the top
the
4 of
top
every
4
team.
players, don't get guaranteed contracts. And Chad Johnson just had a confused look on his face, like, what? No.
Here's the key to why I was so confused, because he's like, they could cut them at any time, and it was like, yeah, they can, but fam, there's a reason why in the NFL they just cut you, and in the NBA it's called a buyout.
Yeah.
They have to honor they can't just cut you.
They gotta pay you, bro.
They have to pay you out. So if you're on a big ass contract,
They gotta pay you.
they have to
every
find a
penny.
median to get you bought out. They just don't cut you.
Or the amnesty shit.
Yeah,
Those are the only 2 options where you don't have to pay them afterwards.
But those are rare, and you get one of
Yeah.
those. Like, you can't just use. It's not a franchise tag where you could use it every single year.
Right.
Like, it's only a set amount of time, or one time you can use it, in a certain period.
Exactly.
But when he kept yelling, that was that time period. If that was me, I would have been like, you know what, Brandon, you're right.
Oh, when he kept yelling, I kept laughing.
No, seriously.
I was like, he is so passionate about salute to that man because he is wrong, but he don't give a fuck.
I just looked out, like, as it was playing, I was like, this fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, and as it kept going, I just kept laughing.
Yeah, it was just laughing. It was like one of those
Literally.
moments, if I was in that room, I'd be like, all right.
You got it, bro. You got it. It's
Yeah.
all you.
I hate saying it because it's like, you're fucking wrong, but I'm not going to talk in circles with you. So it's like, all right.
Oh, by the way, that quarterback that we signed was Nate Sudfeld, and I think he started like one game with the Eagles or some shit.
Better than fucking, what's his name?
Yeah.
Mullins.
He definitely is better than Mullins and Beathard in my opinion.
Hey, I like CJ Beathard, but
That's cool.
I know, but bye.
Yeah.
What else is there? Streets is saying that LaMelo Ball was spotted with Tiana Trump.
Round of applause for that, man.
Salute that young black man.
Salute.
If there's one youngin in the NBA that is equipped to handle that
Mouth.
throatzilla, it's LaMelo Ball.
It
He
is.
already been around the world.
This is true.
He been playing professional basketball and he was like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
He's ready. He's primed for this. This don't phase him. And everybody was like, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, it makes perfect sense. She's still best friends with Brittany Renner, and Brittany Renner is pregnant by PJ Washington, who's on the Hornets, who is LaMelo's teammate.
Wow.
It makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the connection right there.
I'm like, shit, well, there you go.
So I saw this tweet. It had nothing to do with the sports shit, but I don't know if you saw this tweet, but it was from this dude who said, yeah, normalize friendship dates. Did you see that shit?
I want to get to that, but only after this because there's some other stuff. This is the one time, rare time, I'm going to praise Paul Pierce. Salute to Paul Pierce.
Oh, yeah, for what he did.
Huh?
Yeah. I salute that, man.
Salute to Paul Pierce.
He
He did
himself
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He did nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong. He was just
He
drunk.
did what every man
Man.
that I expect that has that kind of resources and just outlet and everything around him to spend their Friday night or Saturday night doing.
Played
Y'all
poker,
playing poker with a lot of ass shaking around you and loud music and weed.
and he was smoking.
What's there to why am I gonna shame Paul Pierce for
And
that?
the dude decided to go on fucking Instagram Live and show himself doing it.
That part.
I don't even have a problem with that.
Me neither.
Really?
Especially with the reports, especially with the underground reports of what I've heard.
Oh, no, you talking about that? Then, all right, I get you.
The reports that I've heard is that Disney was already looking to get rid of him in the offseason. He's like, you know what?
I'm gonna fire myself.
Let's expedite
I don't
this.
even got to worry about that. Don't you worry about that. And while Cam Soda made a lightweight serious more of like a joke, hey, we'll give you $250,000 to come do talk sports on Cam Soda. You bring all the women you want, shake ass, and we'll make a thing of it. I thought that was pretty cool. It's funny, but you can tell it's more in joke phase. What I'm hearing is Barstool.
Yeah, I believe that.
And Barstool wanted him fired because then they could come out and say, yo, you come over here, you could be you and do whatever you want to do. See? Disney don't treat you and love you like that.
Also, you could be completely yourself.
Yeah.
And racist too.
Yeah. They could use Draymond's lines for him in his benefit. See how they feel about you? They don't love you like that over there.
You ain't Kobe.
You ain't Kobe.
Yeah.
You over here, you're Kobe to us.
Yeah, but it ain't even Kobe. Like, you ain't Jalen. You ain't Jalen to them over there. Come over here.
Shit.
That line is so lethal, man. When Draymond said
It's
that to
heartbreaking.
him.
That was the day nobody could tell me shit about Draymond Green. I love Draymond
Yeah,
Green.
he said
No,
that
same here.
shit.
I already loved Draymond Green as a player before that, but when he said that, it was like,
He's like, they don't love you like that. You think you Kobe?
yeah.
They don't love you like that.
Because you know what? Because it's not even. It's about the diss. But do you know the admiration you have to have for Kobe Bryant? That's the
Yeah.
same admiration I have for Kobe.
Yep.
Where you made it a point to just say, nah, they just don't. It wasn't even good enough to say they don't love you like that out here. No, you had to take it to Kobe to let him know.
Think you Kobe? It was that line, and he said it so nonchalantly too. You think you-
Farewell tour. You can't get no farewell tour.
They don't love you like that. You think you Kobe? He sat there to eat his food.
And then when he did the E60, and he's sitting there explaining it, you not Kobe. Why are you talking?
Yes.
So yeah, no, that is the one time, rare time, where I will give Paul Pierce his praise. He did nothing wrong.
But you still ain't Kobe.
To me, it don't matter, man.
I know, but still, you gotta put that in there.
Yeah,
You just gotta say it. It don't matter, bro.
That's fine. But in this instance, it don't matter. He did nothing wrong.
Fuck it.
He did. He lived a weekend night the way I expected him to live. Was it
I
funny
get what
seeing
you're
him
saying.
that way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
it was hilarious. Nigga had a blood outfit on and shit, and he was smoking weed and all that. Like, that was funny to see him in ways
normal.
you're not used to seeing him.
Be normal.
But at the end of the day, it was like, okay, what did he do? He was smoking weed, he was playing cards, and there was half-naked women there.
And that's not the Disney model.
I'm really gonna hate. I'm gonna hate on that. It doesn't sit well in my spirit. I don't care who it is. It doesn't sit well in my spirit.
Nah, I get what
hate
you're
on
saying.
that.
I get you.
I have to rock
get
with
you.
it.
To me, I just looked at it because I know who he works for, like kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, you with Disney, bruh.
But
Yeah.
see,
Because you know how they like Disney,
They don't
like
play that.
what you call it? They can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but to me, it's not a big issue considering the fact that ESPN has taken a dip in talent. It's not the same ESPN from when we were growing up.
Oh, of course.
So to say you're a
They just
it's gonna
got
be a lot.
Stephen A.
It's gonna be a
Smith
lot
in
to
that.
us because it's obviously a different tax bracket. Mm-hmm. So the common folks are like, "Damn, you just blew your bag, this, and that." We're talking about Paul Pierce, who
Seriously.
made multiple
Exactly,
bags
yeah.
before he even got to ESPN.
So he's
Yeah.
set
So what
for
the fuck
life.
does an ESPN bag look to a man
Yeah.
that made $20 million a year? Because
Right.
ESPN's not paying him $20 million a year.
Oh no.
Probably
So
less
to him,
than
he's
that.
looking at it like, to him, he's probably looking at, all right, I'm just walking away from a $10 an hour job.
Yeah.
That's how he's looking at it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we don't
That's true.
criticize folks who get pissed off at their jobs like, nah, I'm out this bitch. Fuck that.
Yeah.
We say, good for you. Do you.
Right.
So
right,
for
right.
him, like, from that perspective, I'm not going to get up at it. Yeah, he blew the bag, but to the bag, he's got multiple bags before he even hit
Seriously.
that one.
I get what you're saying.
Now, if it was,
Stephen A.
I wouldn't even say that. Stephen A. got multiple bags now, too. Stephen
yeah,
A.
he
is
do.
kind of,
Jay
Stephen A.
Williams.
is kind of the franchise player of ESPN now.
Yeah. I'd say if it was Jay Williams.
Yeah, like
you
it's a
know what I
different
mean?
story. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Jay Williams didn't have, he played a couple
a
years of
season,
that, a
I
season,
think. Yeah.
before the accident happened.
Right.
Paul Pierce, he's a Hall of Famer, so,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Right.
I would have loved to criticize him, but when I actually sat down and
As
thought
a
about
man?
it, as
Like,
a
come
man,
on.
there's
Yeah.
nothing to criticize.
Yeah. No, I get
salute
you. I
him.
get you.
Now, speaking of being a man, so on Twitter, there's a lot of tryhards. And this one dude, I don't know who he is. I don't care who he is, but he went viral because he wanted to be a tryhard. And he put normalized friendship dates. And I thought it was the female that did this shit, but no, it was him, and he was with his homegirl, all dressed up like they were going on a date. And all posing, doing the whole BFF shits, and he's knee deep in the zone.
Oh, she was married.
She was married too. Yeah, I remember that. She had. Oh my god.
I feel indifferent.
I was just gonna
Yeah,
say,
well,
like,
I feel
don't-
indifferent only because of her captions.
The caption.
Well, what was her caption?
Because the
man.
captions were extra, and I was like,
Oh buddy, oh pal.
yeah, and I'm like,
She-
even if I have no interest in fucking you, and we legit close being the opposite sex, if that's a joke between us, keep that between us.
Yeah.
Like, if me and
Yeah,
you are
okay,
joking,
okay.
oh buddy, oh pal, like, that's between us.
But she
Right,
made it. But
right,
she
Don't put that
She
public.
put that there
Yeah.
just to let everyone know. Yeah, he's just a friend.
But see, even then, why
Like,
would
why
she
would
do
you
it?
do
She got a wedding ring on.
Yeah.
At the very least, an engagement ring.
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue with him. I do think it's positive. Yeah, normalize. If you got a real, we just said this last week.
Yeah.
Women, if you are interested in man, you got close ass guy friends. Rely on them.
Yeah.
Well, in that same instance, yeah, y'all go enjoy yourselves. Go have a nice date out. Like, even if y'all want to do like, damn, I ain't been out on a date in a while. Damn, I ain't been out on a date in a while. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just play. Let's just dress up and let's have a
Yeah,
fucking time with it.
fuck it.
Sure, I have no issue with that. It's
But-
like the captions. That's where
That's the problem.
the
Yeah.
captions is what, because for me, he didn't do nothing wrong.
It's like
I
she,
went, like,
she was
I-
being extra.
Yeah, because I wanted to laugh at it too, but then I went and looked at his profile. I'm like, oh, he ain't got no problem pulling ass. He get it.
He can get any chick
He get it on the
wants.
daily. Like, I could just tell from just looking at his history and stuff. I was like, oh, he ain't got no issue with this. That's
Yeah.
not the problem.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
He was
But it's
comfortable with his
the
own skin and shit. But it was like the way when you
presentation of
the
it all was-
presentation. It was
yeah.
just like, oh, you need deep in the friend zone.
Yeah.
If you didn't go on his profile and just saw that, I was like, that doesn't look good, bro. You really, really, really knee deep in this.
But see, we already dismissed the idea of a
yeah.
friend zone
I
last
know
week.
we
what I'm
did.
saying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So for him, it's like people that still believe in the friend zone, I'm more inclined to believe that you don't get ass on a regular basis.
Nah.
Because the nigga that gets ass on a regular basis ain't got time thinking about niggas that's in the friend zone. They don't care.
We can laugh.
Like, you can laugh, but you know what I'm saying? It's not be like, oh, he knee deep in the friend zone, because it's like, a motherfucker that gets ass all the time don't even, like, to even think about the friend zone is a crime in my mind.
Oh, yeah. If they get ass all the damn time.
And what I mean by that is thinking of another man being in a friend zone is a crime in my mind. Like, that means by association, I have to think about, I put enough energy thinking about a friend zone that don't even apply to me. So why am I thinking about this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's how you get down, that's how you get down.
My whole thing is this, man. Like, if you go out with your boys and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the difference going out with your homegirl? You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna go out, like,
Truth be told.
honestly, I don't got no issue with it. Like, I've done that a million times.
Same here. Truth be told. If you are friends, and when I mean friends, I mean legitimate friends.
Homies.
Y'all ain't never had sex. Like, it ain't even coming. Like, her family is your family and vice versa. I'm talking about legit friends.
Yeah.
But if your homegirl is a baddie, get her dressed up immediately and go out. Because women always love women that are on the arm of a man.
Yep.
That's real shit.
And that is a woman will always be your best wingman.
100%.
Always will be your best wingman.
100%. And that's the reason why I don't have no issue with the friend date shit. Like, all right, it's gonna work.
Now, I saw another tweet.
And it has.
Yes.
Now, I saw another tweet today by Juana. It's probably just her preference or whatever. But she posted a tweet that said, I'm not interested in a man that has a lot of homegirls, quote unquote. That's not the man for me. And then people,
Good for you.
Then people started going in her mentions like, the fuck? And all this other stuff. And then because she falls, I was like, I want you to expand on that. What do you mean by that? And she didn't want to explain herself. And I was like, and then she gets mad that people want her to explain. And then she locked her account. And I'm like,
Oh, I don't have to explain myself. Okay, but you just put it out there on Twitter.
Just put it out there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's a difference between having friends of the opposite sex and then, oh my God, that's my brother. Like, there's a complete
when I hear
fucking
that
difference to
shit,
that.
when I hear that shit, I look at it weird. It's like, oh, that's brother. That's my brother.
See, and there is a difference when that gets explained. There's a difference between how that gets explained. From jump, oh my God, that's my brother, versus, yeah, that's my close road dog. We like family. Like, that's my dog. That's my ride. That's when I know. Okay,
cool.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, like, oh my God, that's my brother.
Yeah,
He's
then it's
always
like,
there for me.
like,
and
yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah,
I know.
He's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. He brother when you interested in somebody else.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I got it.
He's plan B, brother.
Shit.
Nah, but it was just interesting because I wanted to say, so what? Because I know a lot of women that always tell me, yeah, I got a lot of guy friends, but I don't question that shit. So what? You can have guy friends, but we can't have homegirls.
You know why women don't like that?
Why?
They hide it behind the idea of you're fucking. But you want to know the real reason why they don't like that?
Why?
Because that means you got good advice from a woman if they try to play you.
That's a ding.
Oof.
Never thought of it that way.
That means you got
Honestly, I had never crossed my
you
mind.
got conscious women around you that'll put you up on game when shit sounds
about
funny.
how a woman acts.
When it sounds funny, they're less inclined to get away with it because you have people that you trust that are the same sex.
And like Chris Rock says, women hate women. So if a woman is
There's
telling
that.
you the woman's secrets about stuff, they're not, and they're interested in you. They're like, oh, so you don't know how I think. No, I can't fuck with you like that.
You notice men are more inclined to take advice from a woman on women than women are inclined to take advice from men on men.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because we listen.
I live for that shit when my homegirls tell me that. I'm like, I run a lot of things past them.
Same here.
Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I take it to heart what they say.
Right.
Because they always want to keep it a buck.
They keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But like we said last week, a man can keep it buck with their homegirl about how shit is, and it's fucking gibberish to them.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the Da Vinci Code.
It's like a whole nother language.
It's like a whole other language, but we're kind of explaining it in a clear language, like clear English. Like, it's ABC. But what about X? I said it's ABC. 1, 2, 3. Do re mi. ABC. Baby, you and me. It's right there in front of you.
This motherfucker really just recited Michael Jackson lyrics. I just want to make that
It's the
very
whole
clear.
point. It's the whole point.
Baby might get that.
It's the whole point of it. It's like,
Yeah.
they don't want to hear. They want to hear, like you said last week. They want to hear the answer they want to hear.
They want the pretty lie.
They want the pretty lie
fantasy.
instead of the real, the raw truth.
They want the LMNO, not the ABC.
The LMNO, not the ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we all LMAO when you fuck it up. Just saying. Listen to the guy. Listen to your guy friends.
They want the 143 instead of ABC.
You feel me? I don't get it. You just want to hear the lie, and then you guys still end up not taking our advice, and then it's just like, oh, yeah, he said exactly what you said he was gonna say. No shit.
I told you how to go hit the game winner, and then you went and shot a half-court shot.
Like, I'm telling you how this play's gonna
You're
go.
not Steph Curry.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like, I'm telling you how this play's going, and I think you need to back out of this.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna go with it, see where it goes. I'm telling you where it's going. Nah, no, and then it's like,
Yeah,
oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. We all been there.
Yeah, now I have no issue with, again, I'm comfortable in my skin. I know what it is between me and my close homegirls. When my close homegirls was like, yo, let's go out. Like, let's go kick it like when we kicked it in our 20s. Like, let's do that.
Right.
Going and kicking it in our 20s would require us to dress up a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'd be down for it.
Hey, man. Outside,
But you know what I'm saying? We in our 30s now, so I'm only going to be down for it for so long. I'm like, hey, fam, come on. Like, I'm ready to go home.
She gets old after a while.
You know, like, I was just,
Yeah.
like, let's go home and eat snacks early.
Like, I know outside's going to be open out here in California probably by the summer. And I'm probably going to go out. I just want to see what it just feels like to be outside again, back at the bars. But I'm probably going to be out there for like probably 2 hours, probably till midnight. Like, oh, it's past my bedtime. Time to go home.
You got to remember, for me, I'm interested how this plays out. Because you got to remember, for me, before the pandemic hit, I was in a relationship.
Oh. So you might
And everything
come
closed
along
down.
with me, boy.
Everything closed down. And then when everything opens up, niggas is like, I'm single and ready to get that ass.
You might be, man, nigga. Shit. That's depending on how.
Yeah, I'm at least going to be out for the summertime. I got a lot of good plans for the summertime.
Seriously.
One of my close homeboys is getting married in the fall, so
Nice.
bachelor parties involved. Everything opens up. My birthday's in the summer.
Yeah, July,
Like,
yeah.
NBA season's going into July. So there's a chance I'm gonna get a there's a small, but there's a chance I get a basketball game on my birthday, which the last time that happened was Game 4 of the 1999 NBA Finals.
God
The
damn.
last time that shit happened. And you want to know the last time it happened before that? It never happened. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the draft always takes place either on my birthday or a few days around my birthday.
Yeah, that's true.
By the time the draft hits, season's already been done.
Damn.
I am excited.
Like, shit.
Nigga, damn excited. I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. I'm a little moist.
Deshaun!
Somebody did this.
Hey, you better calm your ass down, boy. Nah, I'm saying, like, when it comes to outside, when it comes to Gavin Newsom, he has balls. He's like, hey, damn near half the damn state's gonna be vaccinated by around this time period. We're gonna open up this damn fucking economy. Y'all do what you do. Be careful, wear your mask.
Lift the gate.
Lift the gates. Pretty much, and he's not opening like all the other jackasses out there that they did it during the pandemic. Like, he's saying, hey,
Hey, go get your shot.
yeah.
Go get your shot.
Hey, go get your shot.
So I was just like, if he pulls this off, my homegirl said, he going to the White House. not as president, but something. He gonna be in that White
He'll
House.
just get invited. You know what I
Probably
mean?
invited, but
Like,
hey,
yeah.
man, either way,
I just want a monthly stimmy to end the year.
one more stimmy. Come on, Joe. One more stimmy.
No, not one more. I want a monthly stimmy to end the year.
Oh, shit.
That's what they were already talking about.
They're trying to get that.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
trying to get a more...
Like other countries did that.
God
Yeah.
damn. Well,
I know.
you keep bringing up other countries, bro.
We're
Like,
the United States.
yeah, we're the only fucking capitalist country there is.
Yeah,
bro.
man,
Like,
we just a third world country with a Gucci belt. That's
Pretty
all
much.
we are.
Yeah.
Where we are. We the ghetto.
Everybody else is more advanced than we are.
Dead ass. We the ghetto.
are the ghetto.
Yeah.
Are
Like,
the ghetto.
seriously.
American dream? An American dream? What dream? We are in the ghetto.
I've been waiting, baby.
American dream? American dream? What dream? We are in the ghetto. Whatever, man. Anything else? I feel like there's something else.
I feel like there's something else too, but it wasn't important enough for me to write it down. So
Same
fuck it.
here. Anyway.
Oh, I saw that. I know I told you I was gonna watch that new show, but now that I have the weekend off, I'm for sure gonna binge and catch up.
What?
That show on Amazon.
Oh, Invincible?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that next week.
Oh, yeah, you better. Shit. You better binge
I have a lot of days off to catch up.
Remind me.
I got you.
The first episode, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, see, I like actually. This is actually perfect timing. Watch that, and then next week comes around, and that's Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
I'm all in.
And I might actually go see. I said I was gonna see a movie there, but I'm telling you, like that HBO Max shit is really just like it's so clutch because it's like.
Because it's free. Well,
too. Well,
you know,
you gotta pay
it's monthly, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no extra cost.
No extra cost.
It's included.
Exactly.
Like I said, I only went to the movies that one time because
you had to.
I had to. I had to get my fix.
Right.
I had to get my fix and then eat the popcorn. I'm like, yes.
But the movies is open, and Buzz be like, I'm gonna watch Mortal Kombat at home.
No, Black Widow, I'm gonna watch it. Well, that's the one I'm kind of thinking about.
Man.
That's the one
Honestly, I would watch that one at home first.
Pay $30 and then go to the movies.
If you need to, you know what I'm saying?
I forgot about that $30 shit. Nah, just go to the movies, bro. It's fine.
Well, see, depending on the situation, because like you remember how you mentioned.
Nah,
last
Gavin
time,
said we open on the 15th. Just go, bro.
It drops in July.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Watch that theater be packed. I'm like, I'll pay $30.
Yeah.
Real shit. You fucking pull up.
Right.
Oh fuck, $30 ain't that
Yeah,
bad.
fuck it.
Busby's Uber pulls up. Hey, yo, my man, just go to In-N-Out real quick.
on all the niggas in there?
Yeah.
Nah, I like Scarlett Johansson, but I can watch her at home.
Busby gonna pull up like you're a fucking mob boss or some shit. You just gonna roll down the window and look outside.
Like Snoop Dogg.
Said, nah, you could go.
Let's go. Take me
as soon
home.
as the driver's off, the window just rolls back up and shit.
Sir, drive.
Yeah.
Just drive.
I didn't mean to waste your time. What kind of burger you want?
What kind of burger you want, bro? I want to see Black Widow and shit. Oh, the Loki trailer. That shit looked fire.
Yeah.
That Loki trailer looked fucking fire. I was like, oh, so that's where we're going. Okay. Some time heist shit.
They got a good old Wilson in that bitch, and I was like, oh, he's in it.
Wow. The
Took
trailer.
Paul Pierce's money and went to go get it.
Yeah. Like that Loki, and they look like they gave the budget to that shit. They gave the budget to all these damn fucking Marvel shows.
I was about to say, bro, like
If you
even
Disney,
Falcon Winter Soldier and shit, like I caught up on that.
If you're under the Disney umbrella, you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How much you need? Oh, your budget $5 million. Here's 6.5.
Yeah, Falcon.
Don't even worry about
For
it.
real.
Nigga, American Buck is picking up.
That it is.
I mean, Wakanda.
Shit.
Yeah.
For real.
Like I said, T'Challa. Like I said, even after it was ended, it was T'Challa forgives, Wakanda don't.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say on that part.
Yeah, nah, seriously.
Yeah.
But that shit's
Space
exciting,
Jam trailer.
We
No, but we already
talked
talked about it.
It looked promising. I mean,
yeah,
There was a
Space
few
Jam.
things we left out though,
Like what?
like the players that are involved.
Who was it?
I
Clay
thought it was
Thompson?
so funny that Anthony Davis is still a Pelican in that. It's pretty funny.
I saw Clay. I saw Damian Lillard, Clay Thompson, and who else?
Anthony Davis
and
and,
then
Diana
Taurasi.
Taurasi.
Diana Taurasi. Yeah, I guess they're
So
the
who's
Goon
the
Squad.
fifth one?
I don't know. Probably Steph Curry. If it's Steph Curry, then it's gonna be spooky.
Well, it's not Steph Curry.
It's probably I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be somebody.
Probably a
But
leftover Monstar.
the Goon
maybe-
Squad. They're not even the Monster. They're the Goon Squad. That's
They're
what they
gonna
call
clone fucking LeBron.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what it is. They clone LeBron.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that scene when fucking Lola did when they redid the Dwayne Wade LeBron and she did that shit, I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
It looks good. I saw a lot of people bitching and complaining. Oh, what is this? It's like, fam, it's Space Jam.
It's
Relax.
fucking Space Jam.
This movie isn't for you. Calm down.
I mean, it's on HBO Max. If you want to see how bad Michael Jordan's acting is, watch the first Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one's on there?
Yeah, they just had
Oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah. More black trauma for you now.
How, Sway?
You like black people going down holes, huh, Martine?
How, Sway?
Being kidnapped down holes, huh? Against their will.
Niggas playing golf and you got yanked out there.
Yeah, play for your freedom, boy.
Meanwhile, Bill Murray just shows up willingly.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'll never now that part's hell of this random. He just shows up out of nowhere. Da 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 da. How'd you get here? Oh, my friend gave me a ride, you know.
Yeah.
And he made the game-winning assist.
Yeah.
They only played one play. They could have got anybody. Bill Murray. They could have got Scottie Pippen to show up. They could have
That's what I'm
gotten.
saying. Had all that, he knew Scotty didn't have his contract right, and he still said, "Nah, go get Bill Murray."
Get Bill Murray. Could have been Rodman.
Yeah.
Could have been
Anybody from the Bulls. He said, "Nah."
Nah, get Bill Murray.
Could have
What
been
sense did
Steve
that
Kerr,
make?
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, get Bill Murray out of nowhere. Like, okay.
It's a damn shame.
I don't like the Toon. I don't like the new Toon Squad like jersey though. I don't know why.
Cause it's whack. That's why.
Yeah, I like the
You know
original.
the kids like their jerseys like that now.
But the original one was fire.
It was just clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about it. Like it was just,
Different time though.
I know different
Yeah.
time, but
Nah, definitely that,
The Toon
but-
Squad jersey, the original Toon Squad jersey, is timeless.
yeah.
I mean, shit. Even look at the Lakers jerseys now. It's a mix of
Of both.
Showtime
Yeah.
and the Kobe era Lakers
Yeah.
jerseys.
Yeah. But that
how
one's
it
just
goes.
like just one big old. You see the whole Looney Tune shit that covers the whole fucking jersey and shit and the shorts.
Yeah, but everybody updates their jersey unless they're the Raiders.
Just make it more black.
Raiders
and
is the only
silver.
one that's never updated their
They
jersey.
never update. They can make it. They could have made it like
I mean,
silver.
Cowboys
Even to a
too.
certain extent, the Red Sox kind of
You know-
altered a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna say
Cowboys even got added a jersey, so
They did. Wait, what?
yeah,
it's
that blue jersey
that blue
design.
one. You remember?
They got 2 blue jerseys.
Yeah, they do.
Wait, 2 blue jerseys.
And they got that, and they got the alternate white jersey.
They do,
They
yeah.
got multiple jerseys.
Cowboys
I'm
got
not saying they
multiple
went away from their traditional look, but they've added some looks too. And remember, during Terrell Owens and Tony Romo, they
They got
switched jerseys.
That big old star.
They
shit
just
on
had
them.
the same white jerseys, but those blue ones were different.
They
I don't
did.
know which ones you talking about.
I don't know. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
exactly. But
Eh,
I'll
whatever.
show you.
the Raiders
Yeah.
could have. They can make their jerseys like silver-ish.
I think
Nah,
the
I think
Raiders
the
are
Raiders
the only
ones
ones
are
who.
Raiders
Oh no,
ones is
no, they
perfect.
did change. Not drastic.
Hell no.
But with the what do you call it? The silver. With the silver numbers on the
The
fucking, on the
outline,
white
yeah.
jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, you can barely see it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like.
Oh no, what I mean by that is they only wear that one once though. The Cowboys completely swapped out their blue jerseys back last decade or 2 decades ago. Like for whole seasons they had different blue jerseys, so like they switched up completely.
Yeah.
That was their main blue jersey. I'll show you when we get off.
Are you
The
talking about
Raiders-
the one with the star on the fucking on the shoulder pads?
Yeah, they just
They wore them like in '94, I think it was.
no,
or
it was
something
when
like
Terrell
that.
Owens
No,
was still
T.O.
playing.
was still there.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
I know what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about. I see it. But yeah, man, Raiders will never change their jerseys.
Yeah, there's
Nah,
no need
they-
to.
yeah.
They're too legendary for
They're-
that.
It's black and
Leave-
silver,
leave 'em-
straight
leave 'em
and to
be.
the point. Straight to the point. I mean, Niners even have a black and red jersey. Actually, I kind of like that one. That's just pretty fire.
That shit's hard, bro.
Shit's
What the
super
fuck?
hard. Yeah,
Anything with black is dope.
black is beautiful, man.
That's when they started pulling out black Lakers jerseys. I was in heaven.
Oh,
Something
those
I never
shits
thought
are
I'd see.
dope, man. I fucking love those. I think I had. Let's see, I had the Kobe one, the one that they didn't ever wear. The
Yeah.
the one
one
with,
he
the,
wore on the
with the
magazine.
script writing.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit. I had that one. I had the fucking the Hollywood Knights one. I had the Los Lakers, all black by the way.
Even the
Even-
t-shirt one was cool.
Yeah,
At least for what it was black.
yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah, and I like these black jerseys they bring out.
Nah, I
Lakers.
fuck with 'em.
Looks perfect. Hollywood Knights type shit.
Nice.
Yep.
And now they're forever synonymous with Kobe.
Exactly. So now we gotta have a black jersey every
Yeah.
year practically.
Yeah,
I know, right?
they should honestly they should do black jerseys every 8th and 24th game of the year.
For obvious reasons.
That would make
Pull
sense.
the black jerseys out 2 times a year, every
Yeah.
8th and 24th game.
Yeah, makes sense.
That'll be fun.
You mean like the dates, right? Like 8.
No, 8,
No, I mean like when it gets to the 8th game of the season.
and then the
So whatever
Oh,
the
okay.
8th game of the season
Okay,
is, and
yeah,
then whatever
yeah.
the 24th game of the season is. Just always it's special, because you don't want to You notice they kind of did it too much towards the end of last year.
Well, I think
With
they
the
use
playoffs.
that like they're fucking because of the
Like,
passing
and,
of Kobe.
but
you know what I
rightfully
mean?
so.
Like,
Like
yeah.
they weren't scheduled to wear that jersey again until if there was a game 7.
right.
But they pulled it out again for the closeout.
like when they
and
felt
then-
it was important
Yeah.
to wear it and shit. Yeah, no,
Right.
I get what you're saying.
So I mean, like the significance of it goes higher when you just do it 2 times a year versus
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna pull this out for 5 to 7 times a year.
right,
Just my
right,
opinion.
right. No, I get you.
Anyway, that it.
I think so.
Yeah. Please drop something, people, music, artists, something noteworthy. I'm tired of all these mid-carders.
Nah, take your time this week. I might be sick. You ain't even got time to worry about it. You got WrestleMania.
Yeah, true. It's WrestleMania week.
Yeah, nah, take another week off.
It's WrestleMania week, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. WrestleMania week. That shit. That's why they had the Hall of Fame this past on Tuesday, and I was like, damn. It didn't even feel like a damn Hall of Fame. It all came back from the Thunderdome and shit.
Yeah, now these past 2 weeks are perfect. It's Easter. It was Easter weekend.
And then WrestleMania week.
Yeah. And then you even got 420 following, so.
Shit.
It's cool. Take your time.
Still, please. I want to argue with people again.
But you gotta remember, too, like, if they just announce and everything's opening up, you just gotta remember that, like, that's important too.
Yeah, June. I think that's why I'm looking at June. That's why I'm really just looking at June.
So people are. I would expect them to wait a full month before that June 15th date.
I feel it.
Which means mid-May.
Drake's gonna drop during July. He's gonna drop in July,
possibly. Which means it's perfect for mid-May because in some areas it's open, so that's right in the Memorial Day weekend.
Oh,
and then
shit,
with California opening up, that's enough. 1 month is enough time to let a record buzz. And now the world's back open. We can now go outside more freely
and safely.
Let's go.
This is episode 223.
220
fucking foe of the iLLogical Sense podcast. You can always follow me on your Twitter. Shout out to Fab. You can follow me at Mr. BuzzB 408 4 lowercase 08. You can follow us on Twitter at TLogicalSP. You can always follow us on Instagram at The Logical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
And of course on all social media you can hit me JC. No Appreciate everybody that continues listening to In My Zone Radio.
Yup.
On Station Head.
Yep.
I liked it. This last week I didn't even talk. I just literally wanted a groove session. I just put the playlist on and I let it rock, and I handled all my errands.
That's what's
and
up.
It was wonderful.
Nice.
So yeah, In My Zone Radio. You can follow all social media at In My Zone Radio on all Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, some episodes you're gonna hear me talk. Other episodes I'm gonna let it be known. This is a groove session, no talking only. Let that bitch ride, and it was perfect too. I didn't have to say nothing.
That's what's
I put
up.
the oldies playlist on just in preparation for this versus.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Oh yeah, my playlist is up. The Journey of Timberlake.
Yep.
It's pretty much from NSYNC, from his NSYNC shit to he said, you know what, I'm Michael Jackson, all the way to his solo shit. So yeah, listen to that shit.
Nigga, you ain't Michael.
You ain't Michael, you ain't bad, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. He said that from his soul. I'll never forget that shit. You ain't bad, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. I was like, goddamn. All right.
yeah. And you can follow me at all my social medias at Venomous408, spelled VNMS408.
Yeah.
Search all your digital streaming platforms for my music under the name Venomous, spelled VNMS. And the Above the Clouds podcast will be up on Friday. I don't necessarily know what time because my shit's running late and I need to fucking edit it. So it's going to, you know what I mean? But it'll be up there on Friday though. You know
it'd be
what I
like
mean?
that sometimes.
Pretty much. Anyway, we out.
Time for Snowfall.
There them niggas go right there. We out. Bye-bye.
Peace.